call the meeting to order. Special council meeting, start with pledge. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, Scott.
Yes.
Stephen. Dan is absent. Samuel.
Yes.
Angela.
Yes.
David.
Here.
Thank you.
All right, purpose of special meeting, consideration and passage of ordinance number 2026-7 and resolution 2026-4. New business. Who wants to read? Want me to read?
Sounds good.
I guess I'll read. All right, we'll start with ordinance number 2026-7, an ordinance making the appropriations for current expenses and expenditures for the village of Windham, state of Ohio during the fiscal year ending December 31st, 2026 and declaring an emergency. Dan, can you just
Yep,
explain
so
what-
I'll explain this. The budget that is listed here, you should have a extra packet of just that ordinance, is the entire budget that was approved in August of 2025. However, unfortunately, I didn't know we had to pass this as permanent appropriations. So that's something new that I learned in the midst of the OPWC stuff with legal counsel. So we unfortunately got to backtrack a little bit, but moving forward now we know. So that's why we had to have a special meeting for that.
No penalties or anything?
No, not at all.
Perfect.
I have a question about one of them.
Mm-hmm.
What is housing and meals?
For
for
which
the
item
travel.
line?
Oh, well, good luck with that.
When you find it, circle it and we can talk about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's usually for travel though, right?
Yes.
I mean,
Okay,
if
that's
you
all
go
I
on
wanted.
training or-
I just found it odd. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, if we go to hotels for different conferences,
Okay.
that's the hotel fee, and then meals, of course, is your food, and then there's another one that says travel and transportation, that's your gas mileage.
Any other discussion? Steven? Okay. All right, make a motion to suspend the rules requiring the 3 reads. Can I get a second?
Second.
Sorry. Steven?
Yes.
Scott?
Yes.
Daniel's absent. Sam?
Yes.
Angela?
Yes.
David?
Yes.
Thank you.
Good.
Yep.
Motion to adopt ordinance number 2026-7 as an emergency. Second.
Thank you. Steven?
Yes.
Scott?
Yes.
Daniel's absent. Sam?
Yeah.
Angela?
Yep.
David?
Yes.
Thank you, Oliver. Motion passed.
All right, Steve, you want to read the resolution?
Yeah, sure. Where is that at?
On page.
It's all the way in the back. Yeah.
Resolution number 2026-4, a resolution authorizing the internet sale of undeeded, unfit, or obsolete personal property, including motor vehicles and equipment owned by the village of Windham, and declaring an emergency.
Any discussion?
I have no discussion over it.
Pretty much what we've talked about, and makes it easy to use Facebook and online auctions, right?
Yeah, it actually lines it out like section 4
Yep.
actually states Facebook Marketplace, and I know that was a big discussion.
Perfect. In the future, we could always amend it to add in like chalkers, because they are online auctions too, so we can always. Oh, no, go ahead.
This is something we also need to do every January.
Okay, perfect. So in January, we can revisit and see if we want to add in everything else,
Okay.
so.
You might want to change the dollar amounts and stuff on there too for, because I think it's 1,000 now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Because I know some of the vehicles we're gonna get are probably gonna be over that. And we're not gonna wanna be held to that and then bidding,
Mm-hmm.
so.
Well, since this one we're declaring an emergency, we could just do another one that is an ordinance to actually do Chalkers, Edinburgh, Facebook, but actually have it spelled out better. This one will just get us up there. All right,
And we'll do that in January?
we can start that sooner, it's just this one at least gets us on the books, we can
Okay.
start that process.
Motion to suspend the rules requiring 3 reads.
I'll second your motion.
Thank you. Steven?
Yes.
Scott,
Yes.
Daniel's absent, Sam,
Yes.
Angela, David.
Yes.
Thank you.
Motion to adopt resolution number 2026-4 as an emergency.
Second. Sam can have it.
Steven,
Yes.
Scott,
Yes.
Daniel's absent, Sam,
Yes.
Angela,
Yes.
David.
Yes.
Motion passed.
Anything else? Okay, I'll make a motion to adjourn the special meeting at 5:35.
Second.
Steven,
Yes.
Scott,
Yes.
Daniel's absent, Sam,
Yes.
Angela,
Yes.
David.
Yes.
How are you, David?
Yes, it does. Call the Parks and Recs order, start with the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, Steven,
Here.
Dan's absent, Sam.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You guys have anything for Parks and Rec?
I've just been looking into some grants for the playset to get that fixed or replaced. I actually saw something on Facebook Marketplace for like a pretty nice looking big plastic playset. It was like $5,000, but I was just browsing, so that's all I got.
Sam?
No.
Dan? Father and son or anything?
There was no fun in the Sun meeting today. Dan is texting me now, talking about maybe having it next week. Just Monday won't work because we have cheer. However, whoever did the culvert and dug those ditches, that looks really good. That
did
water
they do?
was flowing.
They did that?
Yeah.
I didn't, okay.
It looks
But that's
good.
what I got.
Was it Matt?
We discussed it, I didn't know it was done.
It looked really good when we had the really heavy rain not long ago,
Yeah.
Friday, Saturday. It was flowing.
Yeah, 3 inches an hour is lovely from my basement. Anybody else get a lot of water in the basement?
Don't have one.
Lucky. Liquor permit, I'm working with the chief, you have a couple
I have all the
forms.
paperwork, I just need to get forwarded where he wanted to put the alcohol, so
Yep.
I can do that now.
Yep.
Do we have any more flyers for Front of the Sun made up or?
I'm sure.
I can hand them before you leave.
Thank you.
Anything else? All right, adjourn at 6:01. Call to order, committee of the whole.
Roll call, Steven,
Here.
Scott,
Yes.
Daniel's absent, Sam,
Yes.
Angela,
Here.
David.
Here.
Thank you.
Here, I can't call it.
Here.
Prior crest, Nicole, you can go ahead.
Oh, thank you. So I'm Nicole, and I have the properties on Green Meadow, on the corner there. We have 4 buildings, 14 units in total. We've been there for about 2.5 years, and we've put just so much of our time and love and sweat equity into these properties, and we're almost done. We have 3 left on the interior to do, and we're starting exterior renovations. I have worked with Windham on various things before, and I've always appreciated how open you guys are to things. We've had some issues with the buildings across the way. I think his name's Yoda. With the level of debris left out and like mattresses, and then the landscaping, like sometimes the grass could be this high. And it's not maybe just his building, there's the house right next to it where the grass is very high as well. That's also very much like an eyesore, a burden. And my concern is, you know, we have children in our buildings, and especially when there's a lot of trash left behind or like soiled mattresses just laying out. To me, I just get concerned of like a sanitation issue, number one. Number two, it does deter people from renting from me. And then they start to question things like, what is this town like? What's the safety? What's this? What's that? You know, when they see things like this, they start to think all these questions. And I am a huge champion of Windham. And I'm trying to bring more, like, people to it, awareness. We've just started doing, corporate housing, where it's kind of like Airbnb, but not really, a little bit more long-term, where it's like 2-3 months, and I have them furnished. So we're like trying to bring different people into the area. So far things have been going well, but that is something that just seems to be a reoccurring issue that doesn't seem to change. And it's not really just that building, but it's some of the other ones that have, you know, big dumpsters out, and they're always overflowing with trash.
I'm not a fan of the dumpsters either.
Yeah, and, you know, I personally pay like $850 a month for my landscaping. I mean, we have like even our sidewalks are edged. And I just, you know, I'm not saying that everybody has to do this, right? And we have multiple parcels. But it's just, I just really am coming to you guys, asking if you guys will work with me on, I don't know what can be done. I'm a landlord in the area, and I'm saying, give us fines, give us restrictions.
I'm sure that the person in question has a pile of them.
Yeah.
I was just about to say, so, we have a new village administrator. Another village administrator, obviously, he wears a lot of hats, but one of them is litter and grass and stuff like that. I think it's section 143 of our ordinance, but that covers all that you just said. So, he should be here in a minute now, but we'll stick him on it and get those letters rolling out to Yoda, and then if it's not taken care of, then we have a process to where that will get cleaned up by a company that we hire. So we've done a couple cleanups in new homes, where we hired a company to come in, clean it up, and then we also have companies that mow grass and everything else, so. Because it's definitely an eyesore. And I did write down a note, I agree with Sam, I don't like the dumpsters. Back when I grew up in the projects,
Everyone had their own trash can.
everybody had their own individual trash can. And you've never seen any dumpsters driving through the projects. So I don't know what we can do as a village for that. But like the one that comes to mind right away as a safety issue is on the corner by the police department. When you pull out a KT, you look right and you see a big blue dumpster. You can't even see around it to pull out. So I definitely think we should.
What is typically, how often do they dump those?
Once a week.
I think
Well,
once a week,
maybe
because they
every
fill
other.
quick.
Well,
Yeah.
I have a dumpster. I was talking about like the 40-yard dumpsters
Oh.
that are overflowing. Like that's what I was referring to.
Oh.
But, I mean, if you guys are talking about that, we can have that discussion. They do empty it once a week, mine's every Friday. So my goal for my dumpster was, because it bothers me as well, I wanted to do like a little alcove in the grass area, put it there and do like an enclosure of some sort.
Beautiful.
And I asked, the, company, I can't remember the name, it's not Rumkey, I think it's Waste Management.
Yeah.
They said that would be fine. They
Yeah.
sent me like some specs of what I had to, you know, the certain things I had to get, but that's our goal.
And that's fine with me, I just, you know, like I said, when you go down by the police station and school and stuff, you can see that one is
Sure.
just sitting right there.
Sure, and I agree with you, I think that all of them are an eyesore.
Well, the
I
problem
don't
is
love it.
People, once they start getting full, people don't think, what other avenues do I have? They just go over, they set it against the dumpster, and then it just starts piling up around it.
Well, it promotes dumping too. There's a.
That guy,
I
I'm
get
gonna
what
say
you
they're
do.
on a financial spectrum, but I'm not the one that has to wear them, so.
Right.
Because we're trying to get out of Cintas completely. I mean, how many meetings have we had where you're like, get rid of the mats, get rid of the mats, get rid of the mats?
I didn't know we were stuck.
But we're locked in
Yeah,
until
we are locked
2029.
in.
Yeah, but if we go with them, that's
No.
another 2 years.
So
But
that's
if
2031.
you guys will finish.
Okay, sorry, go
So with Omnia, the penalty to cancel decreases every year you're in the program for the life of the contract. So this year might be full price you have to pay to cancel. Next year it might drop by 25%. The following year, it might drop down to, you only have to pay 50%, because then you were at 75. So
Yeah.
he said that each year that you're in that program, because it's built for municipalities and nonprofits, that it actually helps you to get out of the program.
Another
I mean,
question,
that's something to think about.
another question. Did you, Danny, I'm just gonna put you on the spot. Did you ever have them wash your uniforms? Do you have them wash your uniforms?
Well, I wash my own,
Okay. Cause I wash Sam's. Because he
because,
doesn't like the starch and crap they use, so I'm like, if they're not gonna wash them, maybe we could remove that aspect of it,
Well,
save a little money there if we end up going with them.
So the other thing, that is dropping it down. So it drops it from every other week to weekly. It also removes the service fee. So right now, each time they come out, we get charged, I think, $25 to
$23.
$23 service charge.
Mhm.
That goes away with this Omnia program.
Mhm.
So we're saving money there. The mats go down from 17, let's see, I have wrote down here, 17.30 to $5.30.
We gotta think of it this way, $6,000 a year until 2031. Is that fiscally responsible? Can we do that? Let's think about how much it's gonna cost us to just buy one lump sum of uniforms per year as well. Those numbers haven't been figured out yet. Not a discussion with me anyway.
Mhm. Well, I don't, I don't know how much it costs to buy every year, I don't.
Right, if we just say, here's a lump sum of your uniforms for the year, but I'm just at $115 a week, it's $5,680,
Yeah.
not including any service fees. Which
There
is
wouldn't
hit
be
and
no,
miss.
there wouldn't be no service fees. It takes the service fee away. That is built in, any fees that would be associated with it.
There's a lot of variables I just think we
Yeah.
don't have yet.
But it also gives them options where if they do soil it, they toss it in,
Right.
it gets washed,
I-
laundered.
I have used the laundry service, like I've gotten covered in grease or whatever enough that, no, I have a spare uniform at work.
My washer says otherwise.
You should have seen the clothes I left there. But, at any rate, I have used it.
And if the guys ain't gonna use the pants and they're just gonna need a shirt, then we could go, would we just?
We could drop it down even more too. That's one thing he said. If they, when he comes in to do fitting and they say, well, I don't really want pants,
Right.
then the cost goes down even more. But we still get that savings with the mats.
Mm.
So if not everybody
And
takes.
you get the forgiveness in duration for canceling the contract.
Right. If we don't go with, everybody doesn't take pants, then it would drop that price down, whatever those pants are per, I think they were like $1, $2, something like that.
$1.75, I thought.
Per person, or per set, per person. So it could end up being $7, $8, $9, $10 per week, per
Okay,
person.
so per year, what would be the, price to go with Cintas? You said it was like, what, 6,000?
Yeah.
So if we just buy everybody 10 freaking high-vis shirts, you're good.
We're gonna spend probably 500.
There you go.
But
500 per person.
yeah.
The
Per
shirts,
year.
the shirts that we're getting from Centaz are like $40 a pop, because they're actually class 3 reflective. I'm not saying we need that shirt, but it's not a basic shirt that costs $8. It's
I'm just saying, we're okay, get them on cheap.
No, I don't disagree with that, but I was just pointing that out. It's the top of the line shirt for
Right.
what they're.
And our
giving
guys
us.
really don't work at night, so we don't need the strip.
Oh, no, you do.
Yeah,
Oh, you
you
do?
work
They
during the
still-
day.
Yeah.
They all have vests right now.
Yeah. If they have that shirt, then they don't need to necessarily wear the high-vis vest
Vest, right.
out while working, because they
Okay.
have high-vis on.
They got the.
That was one of the biggest pushes for this, was safety. But
Right.
then you also throw in the fact of being able to get it laundered when you need it to.
Right.
It's more of a convenience thing.
Yeah.
When you ruin it, you tag it, say, I need a new one, and they send you a new
Yeah,
one.
Right.
that's the part I love the most, because I've already had a shirt replaced, because I cut it open with a grinder.
And there was no
Yeah.
charge with that.
No,
No, it's all included.
part of the,
I wanna-
Seems like we need to
Yep.
get
You know, I think
input from
Yeah.
our employees, and then, look at the cost, from the shirts you're looking at, from that company, and see what they offer, what those shirts look like, compared to what, they're gonna get from the company.
How much do we pay a year right now to Cintas?
Right now for the
$320
mats.
a month.
$320 a month.
Ish, yeah. Now, if
Crazy.
we call and say we don't need toilet paper, then that's $20.
Okay.
They're not gonna charge us. And-
question.
But we just been fighting so long on mats and getting rid of those, I'm
How
almost
much-
to that point.
How much do we pay for toilet paper?
$20 a case.
Is that a
It's
good deal?
$19.58 a case from Cintas, now it's Erie and PD.
How
We
terrible.
share it though,
Yeah,
what
it sounds
happens
like
is we get a
pretty
case
It's
and.
terrible toilet paper.
Oh, so you share
We
the.
share it with PD, yeah, we share it with PD. And it's two ply, it's,
How many
it's
cases?
not good, but
The
How
water
many cases
department
do we
gets a
usually
case
get?
too.
it's usually one every quarter-ish, maybe.
Why not go to-
So maybe 3, which is what we've talked about before,
But we're locked in
but we're
contract.
already locked in.
Oh, well,
So we
you
talked about
use
how
it,
can
but
we
yeah, I get
do,
that.
what can we do legally to get out of that contract, and it's been a rabbit hole I've gone down, so I'm a little blindsided, I guess, that's all.
Oh, so,
We literally pulled the contract, went through it, sent it to the solicitor,
You
and had all those conversations to get out of it.
So we're stuck till 2029.
We can get out of it with a penalty.
what's the penalty?
I don't have those numbers right now, it was right before I went on vacation.
Unless we go this route.
I'm sure it's more than we want that.
Oh, I'm sure.
Well, it's something to think about.
Is the penalty if you cancel, you said it decreases, was that for the whole contract or just for
Yeah,
that year?
everything.
Did they say by what percent?
He said it's buried in, he's really not supposed to say, cause he's a salesman, it's supposed to keep us on,
On the hook?
yeah,
Yeah.
but he's like,
Don't let that big fish get away.
he's been open with us, we sat here and asked him questions, he's like, well, I'm not supposed to say, but he's like, this is what it
He
is.
showed us his map, it's his
I will
price.
put it this way, I like Centos, and the truck driver that shows up at our shop is
John?
phenomenal. Yes, he's phenomenal. Like, you couldn't ask for a better soul. And like, hey man, my shirt's messed up, no problem, get you a new one, you know? Yeah.
I mean, that convenience is nice.
I
If
mean,
we're trying
they-
to save money, it kind of negates it. but-
Yeah, they offer other things to the employees behind the scenes, like they'll bring a catalog in, if you wanna get a quarter zip Carhartt hoodie, they'll sell it to you. And he told me, he's like, yeah, I'll take it, get it washed, bring it back. You know, he's like, if you destroy it in the first 2 years, get you a new one, you know, but.
I think like Brandon said, just see what the guys want and have the guy come out and let them feel the shirt. Cause essentially, let's be honest, we're not wearing them, they are.
Right, that's why I keep asking if they've seen it or whatever.
Yeah, I think that's the first plan of attack, do they want it?
Right.
And I think it'd be nice too to get everybody on the same uniform.
The
Yeah.
same uniform.
The same uniform.
Yeah, I
There's-
agree.
There's yellow, there's brown, there's black, there's, you know, like, yeah,
there's
Danny's
this.
wearing a clown shirt right now. So, I think it would bring professional look too,
No,
as
yeah, I
well.
agree.
Whichever way we go, I agree with you. We either buy it bulk from a different company for shirts, or go with Cintas and get the whole, so everybody looks professional and it's all the same.
So who's gonna set it up for, what'd you say his name was? The Cintas?
Brandon.
To come out and meet with everybody?
Now, trying on shirts though, he's gonna have to have something in place to get people actually the
Okay.
sizes, right?
When they sized us, there was no council involved.
But was there a contract already signed before you got signed?
That was taken care of before you even got told about it.
Maybe Sam can donate a pair of pants and a shirt for a day or two, and we can let them see them.
That's fine, I don't
Cause
care.
you can touch it with your fingers, and that would solve all this problem with getting Brandon out here to
If
throw
you're the
that.
right size, you can put them on.
Yeah.
But they had people come out and, you know, they had choices, like where I'm at, they had, you could
Right.
get blue jeans or the pants I wear, or different style pants, like they had 3 or 4 different choices, but we're not offering that here, so,
There is another shirt option,
yes.
and it's actually $1 cheaper per shirt. It's called the Comfort Flex shirt. But I just threw out the prices for the more expensive Carhartt shirt, which was $1 more, just so I wasn't going back and forth, oh, well, this shirt's this much, this pair of pants is this. Let's start with the high numbers, and then if they decide to go with that, it's only gonna be cheaper for us.
You know, when I was with the county, we had T-shirts that were purchased through the safety department. And then each employee was given 3 shirts a year. And, that's what you got for the year. But every year you get 3 T-shirts. So, you know, those you could wear under your uniform or, you know.
Yeah, make you feel good, under a base shirt, base
Yeah.
layer. Gotcha, now I'm understanding what you're saying.
We do have a safety grant that we get every year for $1,000.
From the insurance company?
Yes, from the insurance company. I applied last year and this year.
Now, can we accumulate that, or is that?
Anything safety.
Is
But
that-
no,
I mean,
no,
no,
it is
no,
not.
it's per the calendar year.
I was thinking about the
Yeah.
Offset
spreadsheet
cost.
box.
Yeah,
It's like
no.
if we can save.
So you guys wanna table it till the council meeting, or will actually be, you wanna?
I would
put it
like to
out
see what
till
the
August?
employees have to say. I would like to see if that's something that they would want, you know, because if they ain't gonna wear it, you know, I mean, we
Yeah,
can,
that's
I
true.
mean, I
We're
hate to say,
wasting
well,
money.
they can wear it, but if they're not gonna be comfortable wearing it, then there's no sense in getting in another 2 years. I mean, he
can't-
likes it, I don't like his t-shirts, I couldn't wear them if you, ugh, no. I don't like that material.
It is different.
I don't like it.
That's you, Scott.
Yeah, he's somebody's talking in his pocket.
What do you think, Brandon? Table it?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
We'll
that's
get
kind of
it.
what I'm thinking. I'll drop off a pair of pants and a shirt sometime this week.
Perfect, and I'll get with them and let them see, and then we talk about it, council, and go from there.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
we'll
great.
have a pair of overalls that I forgot to turn in when I left the county.
Social media, huh?
Yeah.
That's now on the record, they're gonna get this back.
Well, hey, you know, if they want them back, they're there.
All right, council president report. So I reached out to Brightspeed to see what they're doing, when they're doing, how they're doing. And the response.
That's still going on?
Oh, yeah.
Let's
It's
go.
still
It's here
sitting
today.
over at the Renaissance Center.
Yeah, it's still sitting there.
So, David, we are in the process of moving a crew to Windham when they finish up the current markets they are working on. We'll keep you updated and provide a timeline when crews are moving in.
So next year.
So,
What?
10 years from now.
But they've already moved in, moved out, moved in.
Yeah,
Yeah,
why
we-
don't you start a job and finish it? I mean.
Yeah. Well, what's funny is they're in Cortland right now doing Brightspeed stuff. The Twinsburg, actually, I'm sure everybody's seen that from directional
That could be
boring.
Alltel.
Yeah.
That was at Alltel.
Yeah, so there's a lot of growing concerns about the whole directional boring and everything else.
Did they ever settle their business with the people's lands they damaged and stuff like that? Is there still stuff out there that they haven't replaced or fixed or?
I was told that they did all the repairs. I haven't heard any other complaints.
Okay.
They
So-
did all the repairs?
That's what I was told by Adam from Leadcore.
There's 2 Leadcore vans in town today.
Really?
Parkman.
Mayor's communication. Terry's not here right now. She didn't give me anything. Utilities, Angela.
I got a couple things. One of them right off the top of my head. We need to, I would like, with great emphasis on like, to see our hydrants being flushed. I've seen so many complaints about yellow water, and it's all over the town, it's not just in one location. It needs to be done. I'd like at least by the end of the month to have a list of when we could do it, at least once this year. I would like to see our hydrants flushed twice a year.
I did speak to the fire chief today about that,
I seen you go over that.
to get, because he wants to be involved, because he wants to test them at the same time.
Mhm.
And he would like to do it sometime, late September, early October, because the temperature, it's a bear to test the hydrant.
More pleasant.
Yeah, because it's a lot of work to do that, and so that was his,
Can it be done in the evenings?
it could be, but what we didn't.
I would just because there's so many problems right now. And
Well,
I don't know, there's just,
I did, we
the
did go
tint in
take
the water,
samples.
I don't see it though.
Andrew went and took samples, he had like 8 samples on the counter the other day after, because I guess the mayor called him the other day on Sunday or something. And he took samples from all over the village, and he had them still on the counter, and not one has, I'm not saying that people are wrong, but I
Right.
didn't see it either, he took them from all over the place.
Right.
And they're all crystal clear.
Well, I'm just really adamant about this because I don't wanna sound like a butt, but our prior administrator did not flush them, and I was on him all the time about it, and it still didn't get done. We know we have things with the water that we need to take care of, as of with not with the chlorine, but, well, yeah, with the chlorine and different things like that, because I had somebody come out and said that they could fix the whole, not soda ash, what is it?
Caustic soda.
Caustic soda.
So,
You know-
two things real quick.
Good.
Brandon was here the last time we did hydrant flushing. that tells you.
Oh, okay, I didn't.
At 3,
Really?
midnight to 3 in the morning.
That I saw,
Man.
because I was going to work,
So that
which
was
didn't
the-
understand that whole process, because you
Neither
can't
did,
see.
neither did council at the time.
Okay.
Any hoosers. High service pump. Is that fixed? Because that was what we were told earlier this year, why we couldn't, remember Angela, we couldn't do hydrant flushing earlier this year because the high service pump was out.
That's what we were told.
Has that been replaced,
We
repaired?
did talk about the high service pump. I can't remember exactly what was wrong with it. I should have wrote it down, I apologize. He said there is a brand new pump and a brand new motor sitting on the floor there. So if that one is, tomorrow I will confirm with him why it's broke, and if it still is broken, if it's not, we're gonna prioritize putting a new one in, so because we should have at least 2.
I think we
That way,
purchased that at the beginning of the
flushing
year. It's
hydrants
expensive.
shouldn't be a problem, right?
If we do that.
If you put the new service pump in.
Kind of. To top it off, the caustic soda it plugs up the line in the water plant. And
Yeah.
it's doing that again. He was concerned about the pressure again. So we need to, that might limit that, so we might need to prioritize that before we can do that, because he's down to 1 well this week. And actually, early next week, we're gonna take the T out and unplug it. And then hopefully the plan you were talking about moving the caustic soda should fix that problem.
Right. Well, if we could get that other chemical that gentleman came and
Yeah,
talked about, he said it would probably knock it out by 70%, like we wouldn't have to do 70 to 80% of the caustic soda.
I'm in.
Me too, because
But the price,
it's, yeah,
it was like 6 figures.
I actually got it in my
Yeah, that's
bag.
nasty.
It was
stuff,
last
too.
year or
Yeah.
something like that, so I don't remember,
From my
but
understanding, liquid chlorine does cost more,
yes,
but you use it drastically less, because it's more concentrated.
right.
And it's safer.
Yes,
much
and I
safer.
don't like the gas at all.
The
I
number
don't-
one complaint from the fire chief at Thursday fire board meeting was that we still use chlorine at the water and sewer departments
Mhm.
for his guys.
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like the gas at all.
It's very deadly and it'll kill you quick,
Yep,
as Danny knows.
yep. Yeah, I would like to get that taken care of, but
The other thing with flushing in the afternoon,
people are already home.
they're home, they're cooking, they're showering, hopefully.
I don't really
Drinking
care
it like
when
soap.
we flush, but we should get some sort of signage to put up at least in the
Oh,
four
absolutely.
corners,
Absolutely.
because people do not like the app.
Previously, when I was here, we were gonna get the little, like,
Just a piece of
Elections-
plywood, put
election
them
signs.
together, you know,
Can
throw
we
them up.
go, just for entertainment purposes, and to get it started and get it going, could we go out in the morning and flush, I don't know, however many you can flush, until it gets too hot, and then do it again tomorrow?
no,
No,
bad plan.
bad plan, got it.
Once you start flushing, it stirs the whole village up.
Okay.
And as hard and fast as you can go is the best, because you get the dirt out of the system. Because once you stir it up, it
Okay,
floats
so
around
you-
for a while.
Okay, you're going, okay, gotcha.
Makes sense.
I dig it.
Okay, another thing, we talked about it earlier, the backflow preventer. Do we or do we not have one?
Andrew said we had one. Andrew does not know where it's at. He thinks the term, from my understanding, he thinks the Turnpike crew took it.
Oh my goodness.
I
And
did-
from my understanding,
I did a
eat
quick,
it.
I did a quick search of how much they cost. I seen one for $2,000, it was kind of small.
Okay.
And then one that would be, I would properly size is about $4,000, $4,500.
Okay.
Where's
Something
this
we
for?
need to look into.
No, it's to put on a fire hydrant. Every building has a backflow preventer, or should.
What's the size that you need?
A fire hydrant is a 2.5.
2.5 what? I don't,
2.5
you gotta use.
2.5 inch.
Yeah, sorry. I was like, I don't know, what do you mean 2.5?
I don't, well, I just know backflow preventer,
No,
you
no,
guys
no.
do inches and stuff, and I'm like, what do you mean?
Yeah, a fire hydrant backflow preventer is usually a pretty specific device that they're made to go on a fire hydrant. If you,
Okay.
2.5, they're all 90% of them are the same.
National standard.
Yeah, NST was a 2.5 for NST.
So are we missing one that we need to find?
Um,
And I was told that he tried to find it and even called the company and they don't have it.
Somebody
They said,
could. I'll look into it.
Yeah, because one minute we have one, one minute we
Thanks for
don't
that.
have one. This guy says we do, this guy says we don't. If you want signs
They walked
for
off, and we need
flushing,
to know where it went.
go up in the service garage in the loft. I thought I saw a couple of signs for hydrant flushing.
we do have a couple of red signs, it's just, it wasn't enough, that was the problem. I was here last time,
Okay.
people complained they didn't see them, so they wanted to get those 2 out, and then
Is
10
that the old
or 10 or
plywood
20
layer
small
around?
ones,
Every entrance of
maybe,
the
I'm not
village
that seen,
comes
not
with
obvious.
Yeah, that's really all you
Yeah.
need to do.
He made a good point, election signs. So Ian from Porch Lighting can probably get you.
You
Oh,
can
yeah.
buy- You can buy 50 of them for a
Yeah,
couple $100.
50 for a couple $100.
I see 'em
and you
almost
just
every day.
post 'em
I'll talk to
Yeah.
you.
around Crap, I forgot. Oh, so,
Why you interrupting Angela again?
No, go ahead, finish.
no, it's on the backflow preventer.
Oh, okay.
So if it just walked off and our water employee doesn't know where it went, should we implement a new policy that makes it very clear that that is something that you don't wait a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks after the project's completed, that you go out there and keep an eye on it every single day? So, because that project was done, what, in April? May?
So you're saying it could be sitting up.
There was
in the
no
trash.
inventory either.
I'm sorry, but
We gotta look
when,
at that too.
at the end of the
Yeah,
day,
but-
it should have been taken off, taken back. When they
Exactly.
come back, you put it back on.
And
Well, we
looked
got two
over
different
and-
stories. One minute we owned it, the next
Oh,
minute
yeah,
they
and then
bought
it
their
was,
own.
no, there was a third one, it was broken.
Oh, see, there's the third.
Well, when they did the project last time, we were told that we just fixed it for them.
Right, that's the one I heard, that's the one that was broken.
But then this one showed up, so, yeah, we gotta
That we were
make
gonna
sure.
rebuild the one the company had, so maybe that's why we
Is
don't
this
have
the
one?
company that was on the turnpike?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I guess my point is, we need to make it very clear to our employees that when a piece of equipment goes out and is loaned out,
Comes
that
back
it
that
needs to
night.
come back immediately, and if it doesn't come back, then they notify the right person, so that way we can get on it, and that we're not 6 months later saying, oh, we lost $10,000.
Contractors are typically people using that thing, and we should have a meter on it also, so if we're gonna purchase, maybe we should get a meter that's that size.
we
The
don't have a meter
contractor-
either?
We might have one that's really, really old, but I don't know. So don't quote me on that, I haven't asked specifically.
Oh, boy.
But we should, if a contractor's gonna use it, they need to sign out, and sign a contract that says they are liable, and if that comes up missing, they owe us $10,000 or however much it costs. Is what would probably be the better
Yeah,
option for
terms of-
that.
So we probably need to do an inventory of what we have and what we don't have, because from my understanding, we had one was broken, and now we don't have one,
It's
so.
it's on the to-do list.
I gave a policy to the mayor for inventory when she asked for the handbook stuff. So, just throwing that out there. All it needs to be done is signed at the bottom and issued by the mayor to all employees, this is what you're going to do. It's not a question, it's not asking, like, you're going to do the inventory. We've been talking about this since I've been on council for 4 years now, 4.5. Get the inventory done, please, Brendan. Thank you. Angela?
And I heard there was a leak, a resident had a leak, and Andrew had to come back out after he left to go fix it. Why was that?
First time hearing about it.
Oh.
Can
What are we
can
talking
we have
about?
an
Is that
idea?
on-
I was just told that the resident had a leak, and then Andrew had went home and then had to come back to fix it.
There,
Friday?
little
No,
more
was
on
it
that.
Friday?
Marie did say something about that, cause she called me too. Randy was already coming back, cause the well, only one well was running, there was a communication error that's been fixed or the parts were on order to get it fixed with the well field. So Andrew had been running the well, he was coming back anyway, to turn the well off, and so when he came back, cause it was already, she called after that, he was already gone for the day anyway.
Okay,
So when he came back, he went out and helped her. I didn't get a report from him about what he did,
okay,
so that is probably where that came from.
all right. That's all I got.
I got one. I talked about this earlier, but remember when we had Kings come out and smoke the village?
Yeah, I remember that.
For infiltration? I'd like to maybe look into that a little bit more. I know he's got a lot on his plate, but whoever wants to take that on, I would like to see that, because that adds to your workload down at the sewer
It
plant.
sure does.
Do you have that report, Danny?
Billy's the one that started
From
the
the
process.
from the smoke test for the
I
INI?
believe so, yeah.
Okay, so that would help. Tomorrow I'll come down and see if we can look at it together and see.
Alright.
If it needs updated, we can work on getting it updated too.
Yeah, because we paid for it to have it be done. We know that the lines need lined, and that would help a lot with you and Robbie having to come in for all these rain events.
Yeah, there's more to that though, I'm finding out.
Always is.
And,
You can go ahead, we're on utilities.
all right, well, what we're finding out is that during the last couple of rain events that we've had, our clarifiers have backed up. Our wet well that pumps to our filters is backed up. So it creates a ripple effect, and then it ends up backing up the ditch, the oxidation ditch, and it gets high. We get no alarms on that. We haven't gotten any alarms on that. I'm gonna call Sensiphone tomorrow and go over the alarms that they have listed and find out why we're not getting an alarm when that wet well goes high. By all rights, we should be. As soon as that goes high, we need to take care of that problem, because then it backs up everything. I went down there, I don't have it written down, but
It was
I
over the
went down
weekend,
there,
wasn't it?
it was on a Saturday, I think. No, we had the first rain event we had on a Sunday. Rob came in on a Monday, everything was backed up. We had no alarms, no nothing. The only alarms we got were high filter alarms. And once we get the high filter alarms, then it's usually too late. But what I've come to find out was that our controls for our pumping to the filters, they can't be right. We have 4 pumps in that, for the filters, for pumping to the filters. Okay, now Robbie said we always run 1 and 4. So we run 1 and 4 and they alternate back and forth. 1 runs, goes through a cycle, 4 runs, goes through a cycle, and they alternate back and forth. But during a high flow, that's not enough to keep up. So I told Robbie, I said, what we're gonna do is turn on one of these other 2 pumps, and that way when we get a high flow, it'll keep up with it. Well, when I did that, then whatever pump was running, both pumps came on, and then they'd shut off, but they wouldn't alternate. So we're gonna have to manually alternate them every couple of days until we can get this control issue figured out. Now, I sent an email to Dave Frank today to ask for referrals on who I can get in to go over our controls and our flow meters, because they need calibrated. We haven't had them calibrated in over a year. So he said he knew companies and people that we could get a hold of. I've made several calls to Control Associates, who used to take care of those problems, as far as I'm aware, at least as far as our flow meters went, but I can't get any response from them. I don't know if they changed companies, whether they're out of that business anymore, I don't know. But I don't get anything back. So I reached out to Dave Frank to get information on who I can call to get somebody in here to start looking at this stuff. And at the same time, I want him to look at the controls for those filters, for those dosing pumps, so we can get that all figured out too. Everywhere I've ever been, you usually have 4 floats. One is a high-level alarm, and then you have a lead pump, a lag pump float, and then you have a shut-off or a low-level pump float. This doesn't seem to be working that way. And at the very least, we've got a bad float, or something's wrong with our high-level float, because we're not getting alarms from it. And according to Robbie, we used to get alarms whenever our scopes for our clarifiers or our switch gates coming from the ditch to the clarifiers, whenever those would back up or start having a problem where we get an alarm on those, and we don't get alarms on those anymore. So that's why I say I gotta reach out to Sensiphone and find out what's going on there.
Are those, any of that stuff that you covered, is that anything that Arcadis was covering while they were there? Is that in the assessment?
Well, they looked at everything. They were just doing an overall,
Oh, okay.
an overall assessment. on both the plant, Horn Road Pump Station and Wilbur Pump Station. Horn Road Pump Station, when I talked to Dave Frank, he said the control panel needs to be replaced, and it needs to be up above ground in a weatherproof cabin. You don't wanna be going down inside, in inclement weather or have a problem with flooding and have your controls down there. So that's one of the things that we're gonna be looking at. And at the plant, I told them, I'm not an electrician. If you think we need our control panels replaced, then by all means replace them. So.
The only thing I would ask is when you do start getting answers, just keep Brandon informed.
Yeah, will do.
I think I can help you tomorrow. I'll come down. I have some solutions for some of those problems.
Okay.
Or leads to solutions.
Okay.
Anything else, Danny?
I got this today.
Don't laugh.
It's the first time I've ever seen this. It's a chlorine safety and security commitment from Univar. I ordered 3 cylinders of chlorine, and they said that we had to fill this out and send it in. So I've signed it. I don't believe, it says it refers to safety code 40 CFR part 68, and I don't think that applies to us because we only have the 100-pound cylinders and we don't have very many of them. So I gotta send this in.
Sure.
But other than that,
That sounds like something between you and that company and
Yeah,
whoever
can I
else.
see that before you send it in?
what's that?
Can I see that before you send it
Sure.
in?
Yeah, I have a little bit of a concern with that myself.
Well, Univar is a new contract, like a new vendor
Right.
as well, with the changes that had happened at the beginning of the year.
Yeah, there's
and
a
all of
reason I
that.
think they want him to sign that. I'm not gonna say it out loud, but I
Thank you.
Well,
that's what that's.
I'm just saying that they're new.
Yeah.
That's all.
Angela, anything else?
No, that covers it.
Steven, finance?
Did we end up getting the mower?
Yep, I saw it today.
Okay.
Is it red?
It is
I
red.
saw it today.
Wayne was mowing on it with his little earmuffs.
Speaking of that,
Okay.
I went on Amazon and I ordered 2 front wheels, or 2 front tires for our Hustler mower that we got back from the street department. Somehow they managed to run over a flag, he said, and poked a hole in the side of the tire. But he neglected to tell me that there was a hole in the side of the rear tire. So I ordered 2 front tires. We're gonna take it somewhere to get the back tire taken care of. But, I'm probably gonna take the front tires to get them put on somewhere too, because, today I mashed my fingers trying to put a tire on.
Did we order those off Amazon or you did personally?
Huh?
Did you order those by Ashley off Amazon or did you
No,
personally?
I ordered them myself.
Why would you do that?
Well, because I need them.
I know, but that makes so much work. Now I gotta reimburse you.
Well,
No
I'm not
taxes,
I'm
though.
not worried about that. I
Oh,
can get
come on.
that whenever you get to
Okay,
it.
just turn it in.
You know, but I need that stuff, so I just went ahead and ordered.
I'm just a phone call away.
Yeah.
I don't even know your number.
I
Well, we're gonna fix that
I didn't
tonight.
know that.
We're gonna fix that tonight.
So anyway, and I also ordered 2 fan belts for our edger.
Amazon?
They're a weird size and Robbie couldn't get them at the hardware, so
Okay.
I ordered 2 of those off Amazon, and they're only $15.98, I
Okay,
think.
just turn it all into me with
Yeah, I
a
will.
PO.
I took screenshots of my Amazon order,
That'll work.
so
Yeah, that'll work.
I'll send you those.
Alright.
That all, Danny?
Is that enough, or?
I don't mind. People sitting at that table might say.
No, that's about all I got for right now.
All right, thank you, Danny.
Finance, don't cut off
At all.
No.
Steven.
Did we ever figure out what the purchase limit is for our village administrator?
So currently he falls under the Ohio Revised Code, which I believe just got raised again. It raises every year and it's like 79,000. The superintendents are 3,000, and that's all I know for across the board. We've discussed it in the past. I brought it up for 4.5 years. He, Debbie, Maurice, Ryan, and now we have Brandon, but it's never went anywhere. So that's up to council if you guys want to impose something more.
What do you mean brought up, like?
I literally, when I used to sit over there, I brought up, let's lower this because.
Okay, I
that
was just
is-
trying to understand you correctly.
Yeah, essentially $80,000 in my opinion for one person to be able to go and say, yep, I'm spending that today
I'm saying that.
is a lot of money. But Ohio Revised Code allows that, whether anybody else in this room says no, until legislation is made
Yes.
by the 6 of us sitting up here, that man right there can walk in and buy 10 mowers.
That's what the solicitor said.
Yeah.
We can put a cap on it as a village,
I
but
think
we
that's
have
what
to
we
have that
That's
legislation.
what I'm
Currently
saying.
discussed,
Yeah.
Yeah.
10 grand.
Yeah.
So, that's up to you guys. What do you want to do? Do you want to do that
I think
tonight?
that
Do
we
you want to?
We should put that on the
Consider it.
We
agenda.
should put it
We
on.
can
the
make a
agenda.
recommendation,
Yeah.
act on it,
Cause we can't do anything tonight.
No,
No,
but
we
we
can,
have
this
to
is why we have
recommend
this
it.
meeting, yeah.
How much you guys want to put it at?
I'd say 10,000.
I would say,
He's gotta be able to get,
My number was 15.
I was gonna say 16.
I was gonna say.
he has to be able to get things
Essential
sometimes
supplies.
Yep.
right now.
Yep. A pump goes
Right.
down,
Yeah,
and we need that pump for the water department or
He's got
a
it.
lift station or
Yeah.
something, then yes, you need that.
so,
But it's better than 80,000.
yeah.
But
yeah.
does that also incorporate our rule for 3 bids?
If it's under an emergency, see,
Under emergency
really
now.
the stuff should be buying that to that amount should only be
Be an
under an
emergency.
emergency.
Okay, that legislation has to dictate that too, because I don't want that to be, oh, there's a loophole, we didn't say, we all know it, but
What
it
what do
doesn't
you guys
say.
think then, 15,000?
I have a question. How much is a high service pump?
Depends.
Yeah,
Can
was
go
it
from
6?
20 to 80 grand.
Oh.
Well, if we find it's an
If we get
emergency,
a
all he's gotta do
rebuild,
is
if we get
mention
a
it,
brand new one.
and we
Thought
can
the-
say, okay.
That was our
go ahead.
problem last time.
There's no way they
It was
cost
like
$50,000.
$53,000 for a new one, that's why we didn't get one. Now, of course, that was in
Can the
October of
old
last
ones be
year, but.
rebuilt?
Yeah, I know that one time there was a number of 15 because one was bought and then we sent it back because we did not approve that, it was like a $45,000 bill or something like that. And one was a brand new pump and one was a rebuild pump or something, I don't remember the exact numbers, so don't quote me. But,
Not having a limit, he didn't, how can you get in trouble?
right.
I wasn't fiscal then, so I
Right.
didn't have a solution.
So-
for it.
Right, so, I mean, hey, I got the leeway, I
Are you
wanna
happy
do it.
with 16?
I just feel like everything we brought to council was over 10 grand prior to.
It can always be
I
raised
think
later if it
I
doesn't
mean,
work.
I'd even be comfortable
Okay,
going
15.
20 at most, but.
I'm not gonna bicker over 1,000, 15, 16, whatever you guys want.
I just think that the number needs to be there to where you can't spend that much, but at the same time.
Yeah.
enough
You
to
have
cover it.
leeway to cover it.
Yes, because,
Anything more than that, all you have to do is go to council and say.
right.
Right, I
And
mean,
you
if
got
it's that big
emergency.
of a purchase,
Right.
you
We
would,
gotta get it.
we need to
Now,
know anyway.
we gotta watch what we put in there for stipulations, because if it is, you say it's an emergency, but it's something that's 2,000 that we normally buy or something like that, then that doesn't constitute as an emergency. You know what I mean?
Well, if the limit's 15, and the only reason we would set it at that is because something was that expensive. If he's got spending for like gaskets and this and that, he's spending it anyway without our okay, so.
And that would go up
Something
to
for
that amount.
2,000 is, we have it, I think it's set at, what is it, 1,000 or 3,000, where we gotta have 3 bids, I can't remember, I think
We
it was
talked about
1,000.
10.
We don't have anything set.
We've talked about it, it's all been like internal
The
conversation.
reason-
I thought we signed that with the.
So, no, the reason for the Ohio Revised Code is anything above that has to, by state, legislation, go to bid. And that's where your competitive bidding comes into play.
And that also is because anything above that amount is a second-degree felony.
Sure.
That's why they set that amount.
Yes, so,
80,000? Really?
Well, it's only 79,585.
And then there's third degree.
I've got way too much for that.
So basically,
You
you
have
steal 50, 60,000?
council.
No, but didn't we, you know, when we had them
That's how they set it.
sign,
What are you gonna get?
sign,
It goes up, they said it when they did this in
we have to
2024, it
call
goes
so
up by
many hours
3% every year.
ahead, lets your village administrator know when you're calling off and stuff like that, but it was also a stipulation in there about
policy.
purchases. Yeah,
Oh.
right. Does that not cover it?
I know, we made a couple of those. and
And I know
don't
that,
remember.
that the guys, well, the one that we needed to sign it didn't sign it, but that's what I mean. I didn't- If we still have those policy
And that's
papers.
what the solicitor said, he didn't know our internal controls, he
Right.
can only base his answer off the ORC. And that's, we lack internal control here.
But this one here should come from an ordinance.
So what are we talking about?
Well, that one, yeah, but-
15,000? Is that what we're going
15 or 20.
I think 20 is too much.
with? Okay, let's go 15.
Now, if it's a high service pump and we know we need it tonight, or nobody's having water tomorrow,
Right.
of course, that's a different conversation and communication.
I'm at the 15.
Yeah,
So
let's go
15, Stephen?
15.
All right, we'll make a recommendation to put legislation together to lower the village administrator's purchasing power to 15,000 without council's approval. And we'll get that put together. Can you send that over to the solicitor to make in the legislation
I'm
for?
CCing you in that email.
Yes, I just wanna make sure that anytime I ask from now on, I just wanna make sure that you're aware to send that to the solicitor.
Thank you.
Thank you. Everybody aye?
Aye.
Angela?
Yep,
Okay,
I'm
go.
still looking.
You keep looking, I'm moving on.
I know I have.
All right. Next is me, safety personnel rules. I did send an email to the solicitor because we had talked about Garrettsville's revision where salaried employees under emergencies can get comp and. Okay, did he say that? Anything like overtime. So solicitor came back and said it's already in our handbook that and this falls under section 4.4, earning and use of overtime and or comp time. Non-police department employees shall be compensated for overtime at a rate of 1.5 hours per hour over 40 hours per week worked. Now that comes right from our handbook.
And that's for salary?
It does not specify.
That's wrong.
So,
I mean, I'm all for it if you're gonna give me salary overtime, I'll clock in and out for you because, I mean, I'll kill your budget. Your Brandon will too. So, we just need to be detailed in
Usually
whatever we
that is
do.
the opposite of salary.
Salaried usually don't get overtime. Every place I've worked with salaried employees, they don't get overtime.
but it's in our handbook.
The vagueness
'Cause
of the
my-
handbook and ORC is
No, they just have-
My
Use the
supervisor,
credit,
he could
so-
work 16 hours and he only's getting paid for 8 a day.
Yeah.
That's why they
You
always
have to
said you
just-
make more than
That's
I
us
do.
three
We just
right
need
now.
to
Yeah.
correct that. The salary is, by definition,
A non-overtime
Just-
employee.
right. Now, some of those perks,
Should
we
offset.
talked about that. If you're ahead of your work, and you wanna take off a couple hours in the afternoon,
There's definitely some push and give there.
yeah,
You know, you have perks.
right.
Yep.
You should be able to do that. Cause you know what you gotta get done.
Exactly.
There's sometimes you gotta stay later.
Prime example is today. We got 3 salaried employees sitting at that desk right there that have been here since this morning. On and off. All right, GoGov. So this is exciting news, and I gotta Google the definition. So GoGov, actually, I called them because I know that our contract's coming up for renewal, I think in October, and we put a clause in there, 60-day out. And I asked, the one thing that I feel we didn't get when we started it was the automatic integration with the National Weather Service. So the whole point is us going with them, and we did not get that when we started. We were told differently. So, she said, we were working on that, let me call you back. She called me back yesterday, I believe, Friday, you know, everything runs together now. And she said, good news, IPAWS, which is the Integrated Public Alert and Warning System, that the FEMA, National Weather Service, all those government places use, is now integrated into ours. So Brandon and I had a meeting today just to go over like him setting it up. It was nothing like important, it was just literally, we got on a video call, the guy went through the settings, set it up, and told us what it did. So essentially, just like your phone when it sends out an alert for the weather, like if you have an app on there or whatever, this does the same thing. There, for weather-related events, there's 32 different triggers for it. There's also abductions, Amber Alerts, all that kind of stuff. Anything that falls under those categories will automatically push through. So now Dan, Addie, and I think I did it once or twice, will not have to do that anymore. It's automatic. It just literally sends it through. You cannot modify or edit because it comes from the government, but it's automatic. Within a few seconds of it being sent out from them, it goes through our app and routes it right to our own places. There's a nice thing about it with counties. So obviously being in Northeast Ohio, our weather doesn't always go the right way. It's never the same. So we made a geofencing. We did Portage, Trumbull County, but we made a big block between the two, so it wasn't covering all like southern Portage County, because you know most of that stuff usually passes by us. But west, southwest, northwest, lake effect, that kind of stuff coming through, this big block will cover it, and it'll send us alerts for anything that gets pushed to anything in that box, essentially. So that's exciting news, and it's all. It should be, if it's not integrated today, because he set it up, it should be done by the end of the week. Good news.
So we can move forward and pay that invoice for the next fiscal year.
Yes, that would be October, I believe, when we get the invoice.
No, we got it today, that was part of the attachment.
Did you read it? It says do not pay it.
Yeah, well, that's why I sent it to you, but
Yeah.
the next one will be here, probably in a week.
Oh, okay, because it said wait until the next one comes.
Yeah, which is usually a week later.
Yeah, so it just. Yeah.
Because we don't have to sign another contract, we just.
Yeah, 45 to 60 days before our renewal, so whenever that falls. It did go up a little bit, I think $160. But we need to try and get active and push for the people. One of the big things for this was to get people that had no internet and stuff like that, the home phones, the SMS, or the landline phones. We need to do a big push online and stuff like that with our residents to get them signed up for that. And keep pushing it out to everybody else. But the people that sign up for landlines, we need to make sure that they live within the village of Windham, because we have to pay for each time one of those go out. So we don't want somebody that lives on Bryant Road or Jewel North or, you know, Silver Sand to sign up for that, and then we're pushing notification to somebody that doesn't live within the village of Windham.
Okay, I got enough, Jim.
Okay.
Fix the siren.
So the siren, Brandon and I actually talked about that today.
We did too.
So, the only problem with sirens, and no matter where you Google, look, everything else, sirens are only meant for outdoor people. If you're outside, that is what the outdoor siren is for.
Okay.
If you're inside, chances are you're not gonna hear it. They're outdated technology, that's what everybody, even the people that sell those sirens will say nowadays.
Okay.
When Mac was here, he said he got a quote for $80,000 to move it. I talked to Brandon said he talked to you. That's something Brandon's gonna start working on, is getting it moved, so that way we can get that integrated back into the system. We gotta talk to Teddy. When I talked to Mikey last year or whatever, there's a part that needed purchased for under $200 to get it up and running.
Mercury contact switch.
Sure. And then,
So we have to do the easement that we were talking about last year?
not if
and
we
all
move
that?
it.
Not if we move it, okay.
So that is the plan, to possibly have it moved, so that way it's on village property. And then when it was up and active with the fire department running it, they can run the VHS system, kind of like Garrison does, where you can just go on your radio, your mobile radio, and press a couple buttons, and it'll actually set the alarm off.
So you're gonna hook it up to the fire station again?
No.
No.
Fire department doesn't want nothing to do with it.
How nice of you.
Told you.
So we're,
Cindy Kale said she absolutely wants to wash her hands completely of that siren.
Huh.
So what's the idea?
So the village could run it, but we have a police department, obviously, that has dispatch that's constantly working. We could put a radio, ideally, in Streetsboro dispatch that if there is an alert that goes out for a tornado warning or watch, that they could go on there and set it off.
How can they say that they don't want nothing to do with it?
Yeah, they're
They're
part of the
fire
village.
station.
That's what I said today.
Come to the fire board meeting, I've argued it.
So you stay in the town, you do put out our fires, I don't know how the whole monies go, but you can pick and choose what you wanna do.
One of the arguments was, if it's set off by radio and they're out on a fire call or squad call or something like that, or they don't have any staffing that day, who's gonna be there to activate it?
So we could have the dispatchers in Streetsboro do it, and usually what they have coming their way is coming our way.
Exactly, and that's,
And to be honest with you, if we can get a generator over at the police department and incorporate that into the
So
generator.
this would help you?
That would benefit everybody.
Okay.
And you said that, sirens are for outside people.
I would rather give the help to you anyways.
But his aunt was outside and her phone was inside, so that's why I'm so adamant about the siren, because people are outside in the summer and we're not, some of us aren't always on our phones. So we're outside enjoying life. If we hear that siren, I can hear Garrettsville and I can hear Newton Falls. I can hear them in the house, but I'm not deaf. So I know when there's a siren, I'll be sitting there and I'll hear something, I step outside, I'm like, oh, we better check. But I miss our town having that. The 9:30 whistle, loved it, loved it. I remember that. Dude, I get out for work now and I see 12-year-olds walking around in pajamas at 3 in the morning.
I mean,
Not as much as they used to since the chief started. I have not seen it a lot. But you know what I mean? That was, I don't know, it's nostalgia coming back at me, but I would like it for I would really like it for the tornadoes.
one of the many things added to his plate, Brandon's working on.
All right.
He's just joining the rest of us.
All right,
Okay.
so when we ride your butt, be ready.
So,
Brandon's taking care of it.
that all for that one?
Police chief just volunteered, he's taking care of it.
Who is? Chief? Okay, I'll put
He's
my,
got a lot going on.
Look into.
that's all right.
We'll do it
You
together.
signed up for it, Brandon and Chief. Yeah, working on the siren, I got it.
Okay.
I'm gonna have it notarized after the meeting.
I don't understand the work.
Ah, see, we got
You have
it.
numbers, it's okay.
I got one more for safety personnel rules. So this one falls under, and Mary kind of reignited my thing for it. But 351.17, and it states in there, parking of commercial vehicles in residential districts. But under that, it says commercial vehicles, right? Under it says, no person shall park a school bus, commercial tractor, agricultural tractor, truck of more than 1.5 ton capacity, bus, trailer, semi-trailer, pull trailer, or moving van within the residential districts of the village. Now, I know personally, my mother's house, there's a trailer park. Technically, that's not right. I don't feel that a trailer of any sort should be outlawed from the village would, in the residential district. Because a lot of people in the village have trailers.
You're talking about
Like a car trailer or like a
It doesn't
camper?
specify, it
doesn't
just says
specify,
trailer. So
So you're-
landscape trailers, small trailers for just doing things around your.
So it's too vague.
Yes, it's too vague. That kind of stuff. It's very vague. Agriculture tractor could fall under a lot of things. You know, like you take your tractor to your house and park in a driveway, technically you can't have that. I don't think that's right
I think we.
for
know
the
answer.
area we live in. We don't have an HOA, this is not Hudson, this is not Streetsboro, stuff like that.
What year was that passed? Cause that's a lot of our
It's
issues.
60s?
315 of 06, it's ordinance
Oh.
2005-06.
I feel like that's a lot of our issues, that some of these are just too.
Yes, too vague, so
Yeah,
what
they just
I-
don't apply anymore.
Well, and it actually says, vehicle of more than 1.5 ton capacity. Technically, my truck falls under, my work truck that I use to pay my bills every day. So, I know there's several people in the village, in new homes and stuff like that, that have work trucks. Technically, we can't park our vehicles in our own driveway. So I would like to personally change that if you guys
That's what
agree.
we said to Mary, as you run
Yes.
into these.
And she's working on it, she's got
Let's
her hands
change it.
phone too.
So I say we move like the 1.5 ton capacity up to like, say, a 5 ton truck or something like that.
The trucks come in classes, I think like a class 5 would still be like a 550 or an F600 would be a class 5 truck. And then a class 6 would be like an F650. So use the class of the truck to better distinguish
Yeah,
what the
if
truck
you
is.
wanna be specific, you go by class.
Okay.
Or GVW.
Yes.
Uh,
I say we do
GVW, because you're gonna get trucks with
Right.
water on the back or something that's gonna be over your.
Right, so if you wanna say, like, class B CDL rig, what's the
24.
GVW, 26?
26,000.
26,001.
Okay, for us that don't speak truck, what is GVW?
Gross
Gross
vehicle weight
vehicle
rating.
weight.
Okay.
And that is 26,000, because in order to have the CDL, you have to be under 26,000.
I mean, you could go as low as 21.
No, this is only residential.
So, like,
Right.
you know how you can rent, a rider, U-Haul truck with
Yeah, yeah.
air brakes and the whole nines, and you technically don't need a CDL to rent it? It's because the GVW on that truck is like 21.5 or
Yes.
something like
Yeah,
that.
it's under 26,000.
Once you load it, you're now illegal,
Right.
but,
And then it just says trailer. Now it also says semi-trailer, which obviously we have an issue with semi-trailer right now.
yeah.
Right.
But
That's specific,
That's
semi-trailer.
specific, but when it says trailer in there, that could be, I mean, landscape trailer, car hauler,
Camper.
enclosed
Be
trailer,
under 10,000 pounds.
camper, yeah, anything.
On the trailer, then, a simple fix to that deal could be a simple fix. They can't be parked in the front yard, they have to be behind the home, in the driveway behind your home, it just helps.
Or beside the garage
Yeah,
or something like
somewhere
that.
that keeps
Not in
them-
your front yard.
They can't be past the front of the house or something like that, so.
I think we're all just talking about semi-trailers, right?
No, this
No,
is
talk
No, I
trailer.
mean, what we wanna limit.
Yeah,
We wanna limit semi-trailer.
but I agree with that, they shouldn't be in your front yard either.
I believe
What
it's
if all,
America, and if
what
you
if the
wanna park
front
your
yard is
trailer-
all you have?
Yeah, your zoning is gonna be key to that too, because they already have that issue with the driveways we're dealing with.
Yeah.
So do we wanna put this on Mary, or do we wanna do more research?
I think we could give her
and-
some of our input on it, because she's got so much right now. But I would like her to put her 2 cents in, and we can give her our 2 cents.
Technically, this one falls under police chief, because this is section
Oh.
315.17.
I think more discussion needs to happen.
Yes,
Yeah,
a lot
me too.
more.
But I don't want it to fall to the wayside like we always
Right.
do.
I got it wrote down, so I'd like to,
I'll
Yep.
see what other communities our size have, and go from there.
all right, service,
I met with Brandon, what day was that? Friday? I don't remember, but we looked at manholes.
There's, you know, what's
Made
Friday?
some plans about fixing manholes and curbing and stuff like that, and, obviously, we purchased a lawnmower, whatever day that was. And one of the ditch projects that we've been discussing has been started, I don't know if it's finished, but over in the park, someone ditched it.
Oh, yeah, I think he said it was finished, but we haven't talked
Yeah.
about it.
But as far as like new things going on,
They were painting the curbs today.
I saw that.
That looks really nice.
Speaking of
What's our goal
ditches,
with that?
can we get the culvert checked out, at the driveway going back to our plant? The last spring we had a stream running down the side of that driveway, between us and the horse farm, running all the way down to the creek.
put some sandbags
I'm
up.
familiar with that ditch. When you tell Matt to go in there and look in that pipe, record it.
The only thing I have under service would be Wilburn Drive. I think Wilburn needs some immediate, or not immediate, but some attention. And I think it needs to go down to the base and be redone curbs. So when we look at OPW or whatever we do for road resurfacing and all that, I think we definitely need to look at Wilburn as our next
That
project.
that road and Wolf Road are both probably going to be a lot of full depth repair.
Yes. Curbs, so if we could, I don't know what the process is, I've never been involved with that. I don't wanna be, that seems like a whole lot that you guys can have, whoever, but Wilburn and Wolf definitely need some attention.
So, I mean, obviously, we're not doing that this year.
No,
But
but now
I
would be
do-
the time to start planning it.
You're right. I do believe that if you want my assistance on it, let me know.
Absolutely.
Okay. And we'll, I'll get with some people I know and we'll do some stuff.
Okay.
We'll try and figure it out, get some, we'll get there.
I have a question. It's been it's a spring over by Circle K and Rugman's.
Oh, a natural
How
spring.
does a natural spring flow up and out of the, I don't understand. Every day I pass it, there's water running into that
I'm
and
not
it's
gonna lie, I drove
hot.
by it this morning and thought it was real weird.
Could we chlorine that?
Can we test it, the water, to see if it's a spring?
We can. Andrew has told me that all the water in Windham has chlorine in it, and it's, what?
If it's a spring, it ain't got water in
He
it?
said, this is what he told me, we talked about this just a couple days ago, that maybe the powder that we use, it reacts with whatever's in Windham water. Cause it's just a color, it just turns pink when there's chlorine in it.
Right.
So maybe something's in the water, maybe it's not chlorine, but it's reacting, so it spoofs our test. I don't know if it's chlorine or not.
So we can take it up to
So-
We can try
Abby
something.
and have her test.
So that would have to, so we would have to have a leak that's touching the spring water, you know, because how would our chlorine get into spring water?
I don't disagree with you, but my list is 3 pages long.
Oh,
and
no,
was
I
like,
get it. I
we'll
get
talk
it.
about that later, Andrew, I
Welcome,
gotta.
Brandon, welcome.
Yeah.
All right.
But that's
Okay, I
the-
had a question. Painting the curbs. Are we only doing that curb? Are we doing more curbs? I just was told, hey, we bought paint, but I wanna know why and what we're doing with it, cause I think it looks great.
Matt wanted to, as we're cleaning the curbs, as Dave wants, when they were previously painted yellow, he wants to repaint them yellow. We're not gonna paint any additional curbs yellow, but only fix the ones that were currently yellow. And I think it's mostly at the curves, when they go around bends, is what they're. mostly
Yeah, it
that's
just
why.
makes it visible, so
So-
hopefully you don't run.
I thought it looked really good, but I just didn't know the,
Since he threw me under the bus there, I have been on Brandon asking him about getting the curbs cleaned. So just watching the water, our rainstorms and everything else, if you watch the curbs from all the grasses growing up, the debris, the leaves,
Slow.
it just kicks it out into the road and then it just makes it unsafe for travelers and everything else. So I have been asking him, please, let's make it a priority if we can to go through. I mean, Robbie did it a couple years ago and went down 303 and stuff like that. It looked great. So I just think, like Nicole said, driving through town, you see that, it's like, oh, wow, look at that, we're taking care of this
Look,
place.
improvement.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you, with her saying she's doing the B&B kind of thing with the businesses and getting monthly rental, you're gonna have a lot of exposure coming in.
She had, some Canadians and New Yorkers a couple months ago,
Oh, yeah.
like the beginning of the summertime.
Don't you know?
They went through Phil's drive-through and bought like almost all the beer.
Good thing.
Said they had a great time.
Good.
They got me to do drive-through, didn't they?
it will open the horizons for us long
Yeah,
term.
it's a slow process, but as long as we stay on it, it'll be okay.
Scott?
I got hold of Jake I about the grass cutting and what his system was. His base cut is $70 for now, what he does, this is based, his cuts begin in May. So if he doesn't get called till June 1st, that means the grass has grown 4 cuts it should have been. So that first cut will be $280 because that grass has grown 4 times where it should have been cut, you know what I mean?
Depending on the weather.
Yeah, in May, it starts growing good. Now, when you get in July and August, that won't be so bad. Bigger lots, he does $80, like Circle K, not Circle K, but Dollar General. And if they have to clean a lot, it becomes a double price. You gotta take out cinder blocks or metal pieces and clean it and put it on a trailer and get rid of them. So, the basic is $70, and that starts in May. So, depends on how many weeks later we're asking them to cut it. If it's not till middle of June, it may be 6 cuts times 7, 420.
And what proof do we have that he removed trash to charge us double for trash removal? It's just an honor system?
That's what it's been.
Alrighty.
The only thing, I'm looking at that, I'm good with everything. Between me, I think we should check other vendors. It seems like we want that rate to be on the high end, correct?
I mean, if you charge someone $400 to cut that lot behind,
Well, I'm saying $70 for a regular cut.
it should be a flat rate.
That's what it is.
No,
Yeah,
is that a flat rate?
Sam's saying like, we cut your lawn, it's $400.
Like, I'm telling you right now, I could call 3 or 4 different professional landscapers and be like, hey, this lot behind the Dollar General, $200, that's what we'll pay you, you mow it.
For the whole summer, or?
Every single cut,
Every-
because it's a
Okay,
violation,
okay.
so it should sting a little bit.
I think he's kinda already doing that, it's just not very detailed. He's
Well,
gotten
just
better with the
The last bill
details.
was, I'm just saying, we pay all that up
We
front
do. But I
in
do wanna,
hopes to get reimbursed.
I do wanna add, I did find out Marie does send those bills to the homeowners 60 days prior to us assessing taxes.
Good,
And so a bill does get sent to them.
good.
Yeah.
My
because
point
we-
is a little bit along your line. The regular pay, fee for $70 a cut, seems to me that would be about the market rate.
Yeah,
They're
I feel like
essentially
So-
getting it cheaper
So
than.
Yeah.
what I'm saying is, we don't really wanna be in the grass mowing business.
Right.
Right, that's what
So-
Sam's saying, is we need a
so-
higher rate.
Right, so even if it was 100, if we're charging 100 a cut, and you can go to Miller's for 70, or you can go to
There you go.
somewhere else at
Yes.
70, why would you let us cut it at 100?
Right.
They're gonna save money,
Mhm.
because, but right now, they're going, hey, $70.
Cut
We'll
it,
just let them cut it,
got it.
you know what I mean? That's the only thing I think we need to look at.
In the end, this could promote him getting more business because they just call him first.
Right,
Yeah, and then you might not get it mowed every week because he doesn't have the time, so it might be 4 weeks before he gets to cut it, and it
And
still
then he,
looks like
yeah, charge.
junk.
yeah.
So do we wanna set rates, or do we wanna put together a thing for next meeting to actually have rates for, okay, so this is a quarter acre, this is what the village is gonna charge, and this is what we're gonna pay the company.
Yeah,
And then,
I got that, I forgot to print it out, but I have what Streetsboro charges when they have their employees do it.
mhm.
They charge, what was it, $70 or $80? I think I shared it with you, or you shared, I don't remember, but it was like $70 or $80 an hour,
Yeah, it was expensive.
you know?
I mean, which makes sense though. We wanna make it
And
inconvenient.
that's
my whole
my
point.
Yeah,
point,
yeah.
like, if the village does it, it's going to be
Expensive.
expensive, but, you know, and I don't know, we'll know in maybe another month if we actually have time to mow violation lawns.
Maybe he was just doing that to be nice to us, cause we paid first, I don't know. It's been this way
So-
since I've been.
I think if we get it to where they see how high it is, they may go to a different vendor.
That's
Say,
my point.
say they have this property and they live out of state,
I
and they
mean,
don't wanna mess with it. No, just let the village cut it.
and that's fine.
$70.
But my point is, I would love to get to the point to where every open lot, we could do that, and then, like the new homes, we'll just let whoever do it. Because I
Right.
don't want our employees to have to deal with angry homeowners.
I
Right,
think that's what we talked about.
But the point being, like, when we go in and do it, then no matter what, our money is already paid the employee to be here, and if they have the time to do it, then that's money that we don't have to pay up front.
Sure.
That's my point to this whole synopsis.
We'll
So
just have to
maybe
keep a
we need
good
to look
record.
at this, whether we wanna, put a proposal, so next year, get with Jake and say, hey, you know how you charge 70 a cut? We want that to be
150,
whatever, maybe, yeah,
you know, whatever.
yeah.
But yeah, we need
Something
to-
higher, and what we need to do is get hold of other people that do this and see,
Sam already has.
okay, what would Miller's,
Miller Sand and Gravel, I don't know, I didn't call him.
What does RNS do?
Or RNS,
Yeah.
well, they're a landscaping company.
Right,
And
they cut grass.
he told me, like, that lot behind the Dollar General, he told me I'd do that for $100 bill,
okay. He's saying,
you know.
Jake's doing it for 80. So that's even lower.
He's doing it for 80, but he's charging for 7 cuts in one sitting.
Yeah,
We're.
well, it just depends how long it's gone to where,
And if it's more than 2 weeks, then it's hit our limit for calling them out, so then right there, you're at 160 now.
yeah,
I know in other places they did use the grass length to determine how many cuts there wasn't, or there, so 8 inches is where ours starts, right?
Mm-hmm.
So,
And you have 3 days to mow it.
so I would probably find out how much grass grows in a short period of time.
it
use the
just
basic
depends on the
average.
part of the year.
Yeah, well, you don't have to worry about that, you wanna penalize them, right? Or
Yeah.
you want it to be so they don't want it all the time.
Right.
So say it hits 12 inches, it's $100 an inch. Do something like that, where you guys control, I mean, that would be the only fair way to do it.
Yeah, essentially, we just gotta get something in writing so we can propose it and get it in place for next year.
Yeah, I just think that, I'm okay with everything else he's doing, I just think the base cut's too cheap. I think you need to have that 100 or 120 a cut, so that they wanna choose somebody else to
Right.
do it.
Now, the other thing, Nicole brought up a good point, was cleanups, yard cleanups. What is the village, do we have, should we set a standard as well with that? Where if we have to call a company in to clean up, like we had to do on Linden Circle?
So we do have that in zoning.
Okay.
We've had to do that on our form.
Okay, perfect,
It's just administrative and court orders that go with that.
okay, perfect. All right, so that's something we can work on for January,
Yeah.
to get that started.
Yeah.
Perfect, thank you, Scott. What do we got here? Terry didn't have anything for planning. I know there's the one property, he's planning on getting everything together to combine and come to us, but nothing on the books yet. Police chief?
We have our night out coming up in 2 weeks, just want to keep everybody informed on that.
What's the date?
2 or 3 weeks,
What's the date on that?
August 4th.
August 4th.
We just talked about it.
You haven't told me the date. We talked about it.
August
We
4th.
talk about music.
We've had a lot of people step up and donate this year, so it's been nice. I think we're $200 away from having the shirts that we give away paid for, so it doesn't come out of the budget. So that's kind of nice as well, because we've not had that in the past. I'm working still, trying to figure out what to do with the impound locks. I want to have it covered up. I got one piece that I want to put up to see on the outside of the fence to see if that's going to blow off or not. I'm just trying to figure out what the best fasteners will be, because we tried the zip ties again and they're just not cutting. So I'm thinking more like a wire or a clothesline type thing to run across the top of the fence and the bottom of the fence.
If you braid it through there, like a clothesline,
Some heavy duty, yeah.
rubber coated one,
Yep,
Like a
that would
block
probably help
too,
a lot.
So you can't see in the fence?
yes.
Now, is it cloth?
That was more of a vinyl, heavy
Like a mesh.
yeah.
Okay,
It's
I was like, if you
a-
put a hole in it to run the wire, it might,
Tear.
No, it has the
It has
loops.
fasteners.
oh, does it?
Yes,
Oh,
yeah.
okay, so it's like a tarp.
Yeah.
So, but it came with these really, really cheap ones. We bought bigger ones and it just tore the rings out.
Right.
So I think something that will hold it closer to it.
Obviously, you know, the problem is, get a big open area there, that wind,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Need to put a
And that
company
wind
in.
is more than a fall.
Little building, come on now.
So,
It's a unique situation.
yeah, it absolutely is. So with that, and the other thing, real quick, I just looked into, is the siren at the fire department, is it motorized or is it digital? I think it's motorized, right? The
It's
old
electric.
wind up.
Yeah,
Cheap.
mechanical.
I
It's got a stator and everything.
It's
I
mechanical.
know
So they
it's
say
really
that
loud.
to retrofit that is cheaper and to keep that siren and make it work with the new updated system like we have with GoGov. It'll go off with all the National Weather Service things. Is much cheaper to do than to bind it.
Sounds great to me.
Or we could hire somebody to stand there and crank it when there's a storm coming, come on.
So I'll look into it more, but that was
Every
just
night
a
at
quick
8:30.
look into what it was.
I'll do it. I'm in bed by 8.
Anything else?
That's it.
I have one thing. Streetsboro PD posted something pretty interesting. They came up with a no solicitation list. That's something we can implement here, where residents can call in, get added to the list, and when they come in, well, they're supposed to come in and register with you guys before they go out and solicit, that you furnish them this list, and then you give them a set of rules of what they can and can't do, and it has a list of homes that they cannot go up to and knock on.
Who's
Let me look
soliciting?
into it.
You'd be
and-
surprised if
Oh my
Spectrum,
gosh.
Bright
Yeah, that's all the
City,
time.
Can I
Windows,
catch your roof,
windows,
siding?
roof,
Yeah.
siding.
So-
Spectrum,
They catch me
price.
every time I'm
Really?
I
home.
don't answer the
Never
door.
got it.
Well, my dogs are like in the windows,
Yeah, we know.
you know, and I'm fighting them for like 10 minutes. Like, can you just leave? Can you just leave? These dogs are gonna go out the window.
By the way, they're not dogs, they're horses.
Yes.
I would like to look into it, just to see what the penalties are and how enforceable it is.
Okay,
So-
could you just talk to, is it Patricia still?
Yeah.
Because
Yes, I will
they
look
posted
into
it, and I was like, that's a good idea.
As a homeowner, can you have a no solicitation sign in your?
This is America.
Yeah.
Yes, you can put one on there.
They don't listen though, they don't
Oh.
care. I've been watching TikToks, I don't know why it got on my news feed, but TikToks about no soliciting, people just walk right past them, and.
Because they don't know what it
They
means.
don't care.
Hang out.
Well, that's it. Well, they don't care. They wanna get their sale.
Yeah.
So.
Just hang empty gun cartridges outside.
Yeah.
Open shop.
Zoning
Nobody
and
comes to my
housing.
house.
So Mary did, I sent everybody what she sent out in an email, so you guys all have it. What she's working on, village administrator.
I have a list of things we've got done here, just a couple of big things. The older dump truck that Matt has, it got new tires put on the front of it, which they got state bid tires, so they were a pretty good deal from what Dan said that we paid last time, they were cheaper. It went to Dean's Truck Body in Twinsburg and got an alignment, because it's been aligned multiple times. People have tried and they haven't aligned it properly. So Dean's Truck Body is the best in the area, from what I was told. And they do semis, so hopefully it drives a lot better now from the time I drove it there and it came back. So they did something better. Talked about the lawnmower coming in. The clear well at the water plant is having a roof issue. I called a couple people and went and called back to get quotes or get an idea of what's wrong with it. At first I looked at it, I thought it was structurally failing, but now I looked at it again when it wasn't raining, and it looks to be just a trim piece that holds the gravel on top of the clear well. So hopefully we can just, if that's the case, we'll put it back on and keep the stuff from sliding off the top of it, hopefully. Hopefully I'll have more at the next meeting. ORWA was on Short Drive on Monday, and we located what we believe is the leak that's going in front of your house. And that's on the schedule. We're probably going to do that after we fix the T, because that seems to be a priority at this point over that leak. That leak's been going on for a while, and not having water would not be a plus.
The underground one that's been running.
Yeah,
in the storm.
where'd you find the source of that at?
If you go and look, there's pink dots on the road. X marks the spot, and then there's a dot with a circle on it. If the X isn't the leak, it's the dot with the circle on it, based on the listening device and the correlation
On Short Drive.
on Short Drive. And then it's marked out with white arrows where we're gonna,
Rob and I went down there and cambered that
yeah.
storm drain down there.
Yeah,
And
it's right, it lines up with your mark, honestly, because that pipe doesn't go straight up the thing, the pipe comes across the road on an angle, so if you move your blue mark, they line up pretty well. So it's running right into that storm drain is what it looks like.
Wait, before you go on, can we talk about that? So Brandon had asked earlier when we were in our meeting, the Ohio Rural Water Association is a yearly fee that we opted out of it a couple years ago and stopped paying for it. But the other day, they actually brought out a locator that's like $40,000 and located it, so we're not,
The correlation device.
yeah, so we're not spending all that time, man hours just digging where we think it might be leaking.
We found it in 30 minutes probably, and we talked for 10 of those, 20, 15 of those.
And it's a yearly fee of $378.
Right, we don't, to transparency, we don't have to pay the fee, they'll come out either way, but for $378, it's our good faith, because they're a huge service to us. They're government, they're loan, grant funded and membership base funded, and it's just a good,
So
Why
it's
did we opt out
$378 a year
previously?
membership,
what's that?
$378 a year membership?
Correct, and they also.
Oh, that's not bad.
They'll come out and they'll help with the wastewater, they have, if we need assistance, he's having issues with the thing, they might have somebody that has to be able to help you, there's a resource that we can use at any time, all the time.
So they have a long list of services they provide? I mean, it's not just locating leaks and,
No, they help with all water and wastewater in rural communities.
I'd say,
Why did we opt out?
I'm not at liberty to answer.
no, I'm not, got my ideas.
Okay.
I'd say re-up and then.
Like I said, they came out,
I just think it'd be a good idea to re-opt it.
they came out
Yeah.
not being a membership, they knew that we weren't a member anymore, they don't care, but for $378, why can't we make the good faith effort if we can afford that? Because
Yeah.
they're a huge help, they're taking us hours and hundreds of dollars of payment if we would've just started digging, 'cause we had no idea where that leak was at.
So you're saying,
And we've already dumped, how many gallons a day you think goes down that storm drain right now?
50,000.
Water that
80,000.
we're treating every single day
It's a
since
lot of water.
October.
Hmm.
When we found it. Brian sent me a video, I think in October, her husband. So, add it up.
okay, well, I'm glad that you have an update on that, and I'm glad that it's moving in the right direction. I'm glad that that company was able to help you.
Yeah,
So,
Yeah.
Great.
carry on.
So are you guys okay with this doing?
I'm
perfect.
I'm okay with it.
For them?
whatever she says.
That's right, yeah.
When me and Brandon talked about it, I said bring that to council.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think it needs an approval, but I just wanted your blessing. So we have your blessing, that's all we need.
Yeah,
That's
sure.
Right.
I mean, it's a one-time a year thing for people who are gonna show up and be like,
And we'll
here
probably
it is.
use their services a lot more than they think.
We don't have a listening device. A listening device isn't as expensive as a correlation device.
Mhm.
They even have one of those like that. They can bring that. This costs like $5,000 to $10,000 is what they were telling me.
Yeah,
I
they're
looked it up. So they even have that. They have lots of things that they can come out. They'll help smoke sewers again. That's all concluded. It's not free to
Right.
do that. We have to buy a pail of smoke liquid,
Oh,
and we have to buy lunch.
Oh,
That's exactly what he told me today. I said, well, this
that's a deal breaker.
And how much did we pay for it last time? I don't know. It probably wasn't cheap.
Not for food.
Right, so that's why for lunch, they'll come out and smoke sewers. How can you go wrong with that
Right,
deal?
right.
So,
Just
anyway,
give me a
If you're
list
wearing
like we
Cintas
talked.
uniform.
no. Okay, moving on, the new dump truck, Matt took the salt spreader off of it, and it didn't have a license plate on it. It's missing.
Oi,
So options, whatever. He had a plate over there in his building that was from a 1995 Ford that him and his guys found out that it is our plate, it is for a truck that we don't own anymore. It's on there now. The new plate is ordered. I talked to them this morning. It was shipped 4 days ago, so hopefully we have it tomorrow.
Do we know how
Oh,
long
yeah.
it was missing?
No.
Oh.
Well, it
can't see
probably
it.
rotted off.
Well,
It did
probably
rot
because
off.
of the salt.
The
Yeah.
bolts were rusted off, but they're still there.
The thing with those plates is, correct me if I'm wrong, all you have to do is call the state and let them know,
It was easy.
hey, we're transferring
You
this.
don't even call them. You just fill out one page and fax it to them. I was surprised at how easy it was.
Yeah.
And I think Dan was too, that it was free. She said, it doesn't cost any money.
I was like, how much is that gonna cost us?
So
So
that,
you have one on your truck now,
which one?
one of those plates.
Yes. You want the other one?
Let's pay registration fees.
We're going to try to implement digital maintenance records that Matt can have access to, that we all can see, whoever wants to see it, to when we change oil and mowers, when we take hours, when we grease them, so we can actually have a database, because nobody, before Matt started, nobody had any idea when any of this stuff was done.
You're gonna make a computer log, is that what you're saying?
Absolutely.
Nice.
Is
Computer
that,
guru.
is that sarcasm?
No, no.
Oh, okay.
Actually, it's not.
Okay. That's gonna take a long time to compile, but it's better
Oh,
than
yeah.
what we have now. This next thing, digital work orders. Matt and myself have gone crazy since Matt's been crazy since he started. I've been crazy since I started. The mayor and David and just anything anybody has to do. I found a program that should be, for the way we're gonna use it, should be free, that anybody can be a requester. So if anybody has something that you want done, and the accounts payable, Deanne, you just get on the app, send a request to us, it compiles in my list that Matt can see. That's fine, but I'd rather have a list that we can't lose over than everybody send me a text message, I don't remember tomorrow, and then I'll never do it. So I wanna try to make that,
Yeah, I respect the process there.
You said that's free?
For what they're using for, yeah.
Like, I'm sorry,
No, no,
it's
it's
my
No.
job.
for how we're going to use it, it should be free.
Was that the one where you're talking about the 11 users and stuff?
No, that's a different one.
All right, never mind.
This one, the only people who have access to it so far is myself and David, because I just wanted to see how it worked, and he's gonna submit a couple of things just so I see how they come through. And then we'll add everybody else on and see how it works, and if we don't like it, we'll cancel it. The website was down last week, for like a week. We didn't have a login to it, correct? We got the login reset, I logged into it, it was $23. I paid for it because I was already home on Friday when Dan was still working, I was home, she sent me an email, I was like, oh, let's try this right now. I got into it, and I re-upped it for a year, and Quality IP wants to host it. Is there a cost on that? Yeah.
I sent that to you, we'll discuss it more details, because I asked a bunch of questions.
Okay, perfect.
It was already supposed to be that way, when we moved to them,
Perfect.
things happened.
I'm gonna go one step farther then to get to see what you guys, right now we use windhamvillage.com. Our email is windhamvillageohio.gov.
Right.
The website, in my opinion, should be windhamvillageohio.gov. That is our brand, that's who we are. Quality IP had the opinion that windhamvillage.com, if you would get rid of it now, somebody could buy it and they could spoof us basically, and they could operate as a Windham Village because it has a good following, which I didn't disagree with, that's fair. So I'm hopeful that we can move the website to windhamvillageoh.gov and then maintain ownership of windhamvillage.com for however long we deem that is, until it's safe, that everybody knows that we're not windhamvillage.com anymore. And it'll just forward.
$23 a year.
Does it go to the same site?
Right, well, if you go to windhamvillage.com, it'll automatically just forward you to windhamvillageoh.gov, and you'll just be on the new website, and so people will just automatically.
Oh, I thought that was always our emails.
It is our email, not our
No.
website.
Oh.
It wasn't until they left Gmail
Correct.
in .ohio.gov, I think a little bit before I got here.
Oh,
Our
We had to go to the
village emails-
.gov.
okay. I was gonna say, that's what it is now.
We had to go to the .gov because we weren't able to get any subpoenas or anything through to the phone companies and stuff like that, because we weren't a recognized government.
Right, yeah, website, okay.
.gov domains are free, and you have to prove yourself as a government to get them, so they're very secure.
Okay.
So that's why I wanted to go with that, but Dean and I will have more about that next month, that's our next meeting. Linden Circle, there's a sidewalk over there, I know there's lots of sidewalks that are broke, but that one is like,
9137.
yes, it's like 2 feet in the air.
That's
Yeah,
where I
White circle?
that's what I was told, what's that? Linden Circle.
The root has got it pushed up so high.
Yes,
Oh.
I asked
It was high when I was little.
I asked the mayor about it, how we can move forward with it. We're not sure who's actually responsible for this tree. It's kind of hard to make the homeowner cut down a tree that's that big, because it's gonna be a big bill, but we have to fix the sidewalk.
It was there when they moved in, just FYI.
Yeah, that's why, so we're gonna get the clarification from the solicitor, and if we're allowed to cut it down, if we can pick up the bill on it, how that was gonna work on that part. But I have 3 companies come out to give quotes, so we can be prepared to move on that sooner than later, because that sidewalk that's the worst one in the
Oh,
whole
it's
village.
trashed.
Yeah,
Is
it is
it a big maple or oak or what?
Big maple.
Yeah, it's probably 4 feet in diameter at the trunk, at the base
It's a
probably.
big one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been growing quite a while.
What if we do something where we kind of like outlaw new trees being planted in that strip, but also try and work towards getting rid of those trees?
Well,
There's a couple on Blanton that are impeding the sidewalk.
Those are bushes too.
That tree's actually moving the curb too,
Yes,
I'm thinking about it.
yes, it
So
is.
it's a giant
so
tree.
I agree that we should try and figure out a program to encourage homeowners to want to cut those trees down. You've heard of the program over there.
Yeah.
I don't know how that program used to work, but I believe they quit doing it. But
It was I don't know if it still is, like you said, it's a flat rate, and it was over there, that you just, hey, I want the tree cut down, it had to be within so many feet of the right of way, but they would just say, okay, and they'll put you on a list, and they came once a year, and they cut down 20 trees at a time, and the whole village. But
This is a third party?
You look back in
the third party did the tree
century,
work, yes.
turn of the century, when villages and cities were planned, they built, when they built the towns, they put tree lines
Yeah.
with maples and oaks and, not thinking the
They're gonna ruin
results are gonna be 70 years.
Yeah.
The road was probably dirt when they planted the tree and it didn't matter.
I think that a very smart man knew exactly what he was doing. In 30 years, these guys are gonna be working again. Cause you're gonna need new storm drains and all
I'd
kinds
be
of stuff.
Mr. Johnny Appleseed.
Water, sewer lines,
Yeah.
everything.
The solicitor doesn't know about that yet, because the mayor said he's on vacation, I don't wanna bother him on a tree, it's not been there for 40 years, what's another couple
Right.
weeks?
Been there quite a while.
Yeah, so that's thing, light bulbs, the street garage has like 4 light bulbs that work, the light fixtures are just bad. The water plant's the same way, they only probably half of them work in there, they probably have bad ballast, and now I'm looking
Yeah.
here, there's lots of them here.
Include
I
us,
want
please.
to try, I got a quote to 25 direct wire LED bulbs is $125, that's just a quick web search. Go ahead.
Would it be easier to just get rid of the ballast altogether and get, cause they sell those LED 110
They hang,
plug-in
they're
Amazon.
bright as heck too.
Yeah.
And I have a mess of them
We
in
do
my
too.
garage,
No.
and they're cheap.
That's what the direct wire LEDs, they look just like a T8 light bulb, they're
Mhm.
glass.
Yeah.
You actually bypass the ballast in it, and the only thing you're using of this light fixture is the ends. There's no ballast in it, it's just an LED bulb.
Well, where I used to work, they had very similar to what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And they're great when they're new, but, you know.
Yeah, if you wanna change, the light fixtures are the most expensive part, that's why I was just trying
Yeah,
to.
you're right, I mean, you're right.
Yeah, so it's what, if you want me to get more quotes, we can come back, come back, or if you want me to proceed, I'll proceed.
As a safety issue, can we get the whole admin done, please? Cause it's a safety.
You're asking for too much.
I mean, the bathroom,
But that,
epileptic, you would have been out.
if
I
you
told
do
him
that,
that.
Oh, God.
I'm serious,
Dave's bathroom
I'm being
is the same way.
honest.
It makes me wanna puke when I go in there.
I'll see you this week, and I wanna look at the lights.
Deal.
On top of that as well, can you please, because electricity is not cheap, and I brought this up to Andrew a couple months ago, can you please figure out why the lights at the water department stay on 24 hours a day, 7 days a week?
Oh, right on.
The
Dust to
outdoor
dawn,
lights.
I remember that,
sensor,
because
let's
go out.
all
The dust to dawn lights.
every light on the outside of that
Outside?
building over
Yeah.
there is on all day long,
I just,
I can tell you
put
why.
the sensor on it.
please.
I can tell you why.
The sensor's
Because
bad.
that used to blow out here, and they had to rewire everything, because that's what was blowing it, and it would cost us $1,500 for the electric company to come out and fix it.
I think we're paying more than that in just electric, to keep the lights
Probably
on.
now, but it was, remember when it was blowing out here at the pole? That was part of those lights.
When I worked for the parts store, they had 8-foot fluorescent bulbs in the building there. And we got actually a programmed electric company that came out and put all new bulbs in, it was a company, and they paid a monthly fee. The electric bill went from, this was not that big, you've been in there, the electric bill was like $1,000 a month, it went down to like $300 a month going to LED lights.
Wow.
That sounds like something worth looking at.
It was,
Yeah, it
it was a
does.
huge amount of savings on the light, just going to the simple direct wire light bulbs.
First Energy came in with that for you guys.
If they-
And
I
for
think they
those
have
that
a
work
government-
here,
yeah.
So that reminds me of two things. First Energy. At nighttime when your officers drive around, usually I do it because it went to me, from police to me. It will go back to the police where night shift just makes a list and then just send, Brandon said today, he would take it on,
Yeah,
send him
just
an email.
Let me know how often.
Yep. That way the,
Like once a week?
yeah,
Or like
once a
month?
week or whatever, they can get put
I
in the
think you could
system.
do that monthly, personally.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would think so too. but-
Or
I
if
mean,
you
they're
see
already-
one,
Yeah, they're already out
if you
driving
see it,
around.
say it.
And that maintenance app he's talking about, they could be
Oh, they can,
Put in
they
there.
can have access.
Oh,
They can
the
submit
lights.
it right
Well,
there.
we're supposed to be on that anyway.
Right.
night lights.
You guys signed to have all these lights
Oh, they
replaced.
are. But I found out the other day when I talked to Mr. Bill Welcome that Ohio Edison hired a third-party company to replace the bulbs, so they're not doing it anymore. He was told that they wouldn't be out this way until middle to late August to replace the bulb in front of his house. That's
So
been out
Bright
for a
Speed's
while.
gonna be.
Maybe.
Well, yes. Now, the other question, and I don't mean to interrupt, but water plant, I don't think I've ever seen a bill for maintenance of the generator.
It's supposed to be scheduled right now. It's never been maintained. Andrew talked about it. It's on the schedule to get maintained.
See, okay.
How long has it not been maintained?
I don't know, it wouldn't start when I worked here the first time, and I got it start, so.
Holy Moses.
It's pretty new, so it shouldn't be that bad, but I don't know that
Yeah,
for sure.
well, you know our water.
Yeah.
Alright, well, then carry on.
It is on the new to-do list.
Sign down there, Sam?
Addie
Yeah,
seen
I'm just
me
waiting for the conversation then.
on Friday, maybe, I don't know, she seen me sometime, that there was an accident on some circle
Yeah.
somewhere.
Friday and Monday.
What day was that? Oak Circle. A stop sign was damaged. She asked me for a quote or an invoice to send this to the insurance company, which I looked up the price of a stop sign and I charged 6 hours of labor, which is $841.62, so we sent them a invoice for. The State Farm claims rep came back and said that the policyholder's limits are 25,000, and they're gonna exceed that by their claim or something along those lines, and they want to settle for $440 or something like that, $404.
I would never trust anybody that owes you money to tell you what they're gonna give you.
$405.73 is what they want to settle. They want to know if that was acceptable. If they were to offer that, is that acceptable? Do you want me to push the envelope, or do you want them to write the check for $400?
I would push the envelope because it's State Farm.
Well, Abby's gonna push the envelope because it's her project. I just wanted to bring it to your attention. Yeah.
What else?
On that note, I hate to add to your workload, but
Welcome.
I've been asking for 4 years to have all these signs reassessed out here so that I know they're at the proper height,
We got-
angle,
We got one new one.
and everything.
We just talked about
We
that.
just need a few more people to hit the other ones,
We
we're
just,
good.
it hasn't gotten done. We have signs that are at 4 feet, some are at 6 feet, some at 8 feet, and by statute, they have to be a certain height.
Yes.
And
Some, by the amount of their leaning, are
Yes.
probably at 3 feet.
Matt tried to fix them and
Yes.
some of them just break off.
We've talked
So
about
we
it, yeah.
gotta-
Yeah.
Well, just wait a while, and they'll come in here the other way, and put it back up again.
What else you got, Brandon?
Uh,
Matt can get on that.
That's right, I just wrote it out. Matt can wrote down your my last thing is I hate the Windham Village is not the school, and I was at Kalahari last week, and I came up with a new identity for the village to not be the school and not use the school logo. And I just want your blessing to move forward with that. I don't think it needs to be a motion. If you want it to be, it can be, but the full color would be if you like it, the full color would be our usual. The black one would be like if you put it on a t-shirt. We don't have a full color logo on a t-shirt. It's just,
Now, where would this be put?
like I had to, with the mayor's approval, I did send it to on the invoice to the State Farm. We put it on our letterhead, we put it on the website, we put it on our app. It is us, this is who we are. We can put it anywhere you want. Anywhere we use a logo, we would use this.
I like it.
We talked about official letterhead.
Yeah, official, we don't have an official, we have one, but it's very generic and
It's whenever we.
there's like 14 different
Can I ask
designs of
one
it.
question?
No. Go
I got
ahead.
the-
Why an A on the tail?
I don't know.
Okay,
It was just that was just the clip art that I got of the bomber plane.
okay.
You mean,
I didn't know if it had a.
you mean they get a W? I can buy it.
No, I
Okay.
just didn't know the
you have to
significance.
go through the Kalahari waterfall.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I have a 9-month-old and he sleeps a lot, and that's what at Kalahari, I was like, I'll be in the room on my computer, so.
If you guys haven't figured this out, Brandon has a lot of time to do things when he's at home or
My mind goes 300 miles an hour about midnight every night, and I just go do stuff.
I'm digging it.
If you guys are okay with that, I know Steve
I like this
hasn't
one.
got to it. I'll make a motion to use that I would like to recommend to council that be made into an ordinance, that is our resolution, however it has to fall, but that is now our official logo for the Village of Windham.
Are you hunting for a second?
No, I just want everybody to say yes or no.
Yes.
Yes.
Sure, yeah.
Ian? Got it?
So
3 stars, just for you.
And no whispering in council meetings.
We're not elected officials.
Who hired this guy?
Delay by months. You bring it up.
But I'm just gonna tell you, we did this where I was before and it hit everybody.
We have to do a
We don't-
copy
You
review.
wanna,
have
you
one
think we
now.
should ease into it?
I think maybe put it out as a
Put it on the-
contest to the people in the village.
Let 'em vote on it.
And see if,
I don't have any other options. We have to get more.
How did it
options.
bite
Vote on
you?
it.
People were happy with the letterhead they got for a violation?
Not just the letterhead, but it wound up being the logo for the
the village.
Yeah.
I
We
didn't,
do need a copyright.
I'll hit you with this. I didn't see anything go off from the school when they changed it probably the last
Should have
10
planned,
times
yeah,
since I was
yeah,
in
no
high
Oh,
school.
you know better here than I would, so.
I'm just saying, like, when I was in high school, it was a totally different logo.
Yeah.
And it's changed a million times, it seems like.
The W with the plane on the bottom, that.
Yeah, it's got a
is
weird plane, like an F-14.
Yeah,
with
that's definitely not a bummer.
the wings inward.
I wanted the one with the teeth on the front of the eyeball. I love those things. They're so cool.
I say we ask
You
the
guys do
solicitor.
it, yeah, you guys do what
And
you.
then-
No, if we're
I
tired
mean, you know
tomorrow, Danny, you know.
people a lot better than
What's
I,
that?
so
If
I
we're
just
tired
know
tomorrow, you know
it
why.
didn't go well.
Yeah,
We all have a lot to say.
I like your idea of informing people first, you know, but
I mean, they live here, they're always gonna live
if
here.
people are gonna be angry at work,
possibly.
Yeah, they're gonna be angry.
People are gonna question
I agree with
the
that too.
Yeah, we'll have to change
Wait,
it.
I didn't even notice that. You guys are
Oh,
like,
people are gonna notice.
Honestly, never stay either.
Just get three up, get two more generic ones, Brandon, put a poll out on Facebook.
I like it.
we can still send a solicitor just in case it goes that
We
way.
do have to do the copyright and stamp it though.
Yes, let's copyright it, do all
Yeah.
that. Anything else?
ChatGPT is.
Okay, so we're not gonna recommend this, we're gonna revisit.
we're gonna,
I would still recommend it because we can always table it if the people don't go that way. But this way, at least gets it on there and he can start the process, but we can get, he's on vacation till,
The 20th.
yeah, the 20th. So Brandon can get, tonight when he's not doing anything, a couple, put them on Facebook tomorrow morning, and then we let it run for 24 hours. And then by the time he gets back from vacation, then boom. We'll go with whatever the people say.
Do you all have an idea what you wanna see? I'm not a graphic designer by any means, but we can.
Two colors, black and gold.
Yes.
Right?
Vegas gold,
Vegas
please.
gold.
We're not
Thank you.
the school.
Vegas gold.
Oh, yeah,
We're
that's
not
right.
the school, that's what we're trying to get.
But aren't all our street signs black and gold?
Yes, they are.
Listen, they don't have to
Can
be
we
that
change
kind
those
of
to-
light.
We can because we still have all the old ones sitting upstairs.
We do, they're blue, I seen them yesterday.
All the
I
old
think they were
signs.
blue.
Matt
Ooh.
said, why do we have all the old signs? I
What if
said,
you lose,
Matt, I don't know.
what if you lose a new one?
All right, so I'm gonna add this into the agenda, since this is like kinda informal, but last council comment. Anybody got anything?
no.
Only one I have is, and I've brought this up before, I would like to, and I don't know the exact wording, so you guys might be able to help me out, but I think that all vendors and contractors should be licensed, insured, registered with the state, and we should have all that information on file here, so that way when we're giving out taxpayer dollars, we know that it's going to the right place, it's going to a legitimate business, all that. You
I'm
guys
sorry.
okay with that?
I
Yeah, I'm
totally got
confused
lost.
too.
Can you just start over?
All vendors and contractors that the village contracts with to use, whether it be, buying stuff, hiring companies to do things, grass mowing, cleanups, road work, anything,
Okay.
be registered with the state, license, insurance bond, anything that the state requires as a minimum for working with municipality. We can have Greg look into what those requirements are and put together the legislation.
And who's responsible?
Responsible for.
Maintaining this log of activity.
Just go to the VA. He ain't got nothing to do.
I'm being serious. I get the W-9s for all of our vendors I pay, and let me tell you, there was tons that weren't there. But we just need to assign somebody for this, because it's not gonna be easy.
Usually that's just a line item in the contract.
If we have a contract.
Not to-
I'll leave that to the office personnel.
Not to be a bad news, but it sounds like you've already
I'm
put them in
gonna
lines.
say, hey, Brandon, look into it.
There's definitely gonna be, I think it's a dual project, I believe.
This is a good idea.
But wouldn't zoning have something to do with that usually, because we passed the.
For contractors that go into the homes, yes, but not contractors that we, the village, pay.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean pay, like, if taxpayer money is going out to this company or whatever, I think that it
Contractors.
should.
Or contractors.
Well, before we hire them, could we
Vendors,
just see that?
if our money's going out, then they should be registered and legal.
Okay, that's just a very broad, like Amazon is a vendor.
Right.
But Amazon gonna
And
provide us the
Amazon
insurance.
has all their stuff probably listed online to say that they're allowed to do business in the state of Ohio.
Maybe.
Okay.
I just wanted to clarify what you're asking. That's a lot, that's a very deep rabbit hole that you're asking for.
But, I mean, usually if we're having services done to our town that the taxpayers are paying for, we know about it first.
I think
So-
moving forward, we should definitely be more detailed, but if we were to backdate things, me and Brandon can be there for 3 months, and that's all
I'm
we
saying
get.
moving forward.
Okay, I didn't.
I would
Let's-
just make
let's
sure
move
that
forward.
the hire is
That.
registered, insured, and money. I mean, if they
Yes.
even to
I
have a
mean-
list would be great, but honestly, just, I would look into them before we hire
Like if
them.
we were to go to Arcadis next time for the water plant, they would fall under that. If we hire a company to come in and, you know, clean up 9083 North Main Street, then when we hire them for that job, then when they come in and do that, we make sure that they're licensed on, registered with the state.
If their personnel or vehicles are present in the village limits, those are the people that you want this from.
Yes.
So Amazon doesn't need to provide that. You don't need that from you don't need that from USA Blue Book. You don't need that from these other places, just places that come here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that. That's much more achievable. Sorry. Okay.
That's why I was asking for input, like my wording. You guys okay with recommending that to council? Okay, cool. Anything else, anybody?
Real quick, are we gonna see what the solicitor says prior to recommendation? As far as our list of requirements.
We could ask him when he comes in.
Okay,
We could always
So we'll
table
just bring-
things, so if
we'll
we
bring it
sit
up.
here, we sit here, we say, hey, let's put it on the agenda, then if he comes in and says, I think we should wait till next minute, give me some more time,
gotcha.
then we can always table it, right?
So I think so when you say bonded and insured, you want the work done bonded and insured, not the
Like if
product.
someone comes to
Correct.
fix the police station roof.
Yes.
Right.
So I think that makes it a little bit more
Yes,
doable,
achievable.
is if they're coming here to do the work.
Yeah, Univar only delivers things, but they come here, so you want them to prove that they're
Correct.
okay to be here.
Yes, to remove us from liability.
Yes. Which anybody that steps foot in town should have a bond, and it protects the city.
Exactly.
Brandon, I need your email phone number.
It's not.
That is the other thing.
He is not on the
It'd be
website.
like,
Oh, so we can talk about that after meeting.
Okay.
Anything else, Dean?
Understanding was going back, backdating those things, that would be too much. That's why I had asked for specifics.
Anything else? Because I said, anybody have anything else, and you were the last one to speak.
I was talking to you, it's my fault.
All right, I'll make a motion to adjourn at 8:11.
Second.
I did it.
Steven,
Yes.
Scott,
Yes.
Sam,
Yep.
Deanna was absent, Angela,
Yes.
David,
Yes.
thank you.